Testing, testing. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Good evening. Good evening. My apologies. I forgot that the stream froze up earlier, so I have to open something. The dogs have to speak their piece. All right, give me just a moment here. Put everything in the right spot. But good evening. I hope that everybody is doing well. Welcome to the den. I hope that all of you lovely people are getting all the blessings that you deserve in life. Give me un momento, por favorio. Damn. Okay, that might have worked. Just 1 second. Let's see. Oh, you can barely hear. How about now? Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. It's still real low. Just trying to get it. It's probably because I'm talking to the side. This might actually sound better. I guess it helps if I actually talking to the mic. I was probably over here sitting sideways trying to get all this stuff in order. All right. Doggies, you in, you out. I'm about to close the door. About to talk about some interesting stuff. We're about to get deep off in that water. It's going to be one of those nights. I hope that everybody is properly prepared. If you're not pre-roll, you should do that. This is the den. Get you an adult beverage or whatever tickles your fancy. Give me just 1 moment. I'm going to get this party started. All right, all right, all right. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? I hope everybody's doing good tonight. As usual, I love to see the den folk. But let's get into it. So first and foremost, welcome back to the den, as always. I want to start tonight by saying something maybe clearly. We'll see. I'll call it very clearly. And I'm not interested in telling you what you're supposed to think about Fauci. This ain't really how you. I mean, we can talk about whatever. I want to know what you really think, not the what everybody tells you should be feeling, right? Because if you listen to the mass media, if you listen to the science, Anthony Fauci, to many people, was a hero. He saved society, right? Oh yeah, appreciate it. After I read my little dilly dally mail at the top chat. A lot of people think he saved society. A lot of people think, hey, he's the face behind COVID relief, right? But yesterday he sat before the Senate and was questioned about probably one of the craziest, I don't know about your life, probably one of the craziest few years of my life, right? Probably one of the most impactful periods in modern American history, world history, if you really want to get on it. But, COVID-19, right? And over and over again, when you would question, he would just say, I plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are so many amendments. If I could only choose 1, 5. But, by the end of the hearing, he did it like 100 times, right? So we're going to be fair about one thing. So invoking the Fifth Amendment, that's your right. I can't knock him for that. That's what all the players do. Doesn't mean he committed a crime, right? And so that's not the question I'm trying to ask y'all tonight. What I'm asking you guys tonight is, what does it do to your trust in the overlords? Because, see, this ain't some random government employee. This was Fauci, right? Millions of Americans. Anthony Fauci was the most recognizable face that you saw on television, almost as much as the president. We were told to listen to him. We were told to trust the experts. You know what I'm saying? We changed the way we went to school, changed the way we ate, changed the way we worked. You know what I mean? Jobs were lost. You know what I mean? People passed. Businesses were closed. Families were separated. Like, this guy was the face of all this, right? People fought with their friends. They fought with their relatives about the mandates, about the masks, about vaccines, just about politics overall. And later on, the years later, we're trying to figure out what really happened and who should be held accountable for it, right? So when the guy's face that was the face of that, sits in front of Congress and says, hey, I decline to answer anything, even though he's already got a full pardon, it makes you kind of wonder, right? What do you think? Does it make you suspicious? Do you wonder why he did it? Do you think Congress is really looking for answers, or do you think this is just another piece of political theater? So that's the question I want to ask you guys tonight. I don't care what your favorite news station thinks. I don't care what you saw on Twitter. I want to know what you think. And how does that make you feel? Even if you didn't watch it, it wasn't nothing. They were asking stupid shit like that folder in front of you. This, that, and like dumb shit. I plead the fifth. And it was crazy, right? So let's get into it. Give me just a second. Let's see what's going on with this old pupper here. Give me one moment. We are officially in live chat. Let's get this conversation started. All right, there we go. Good evening, all you lovely people. All right. That shit still ain't working. That's pissed me off. Anyway, good evening, everybody. Let's see all we got joining us this evening before we dive into the conversation. Shout out to Strong and Grand, Dan the Man, Girl 6, a.k.a. the chatter formerly known as D the Gamma. Good to see you, man. The mailman has delivered this evening. Oh, man. I forgot to do it. Oh, I got something for you. I got something for you, pal. Just you wait, buddy. Ooh, just you wait, buddy. I got something for you. I forgot to fucking do it. I thought about this shit when I was at the store today. I got something for you, pal. Let's see. The lovely Miss Bell, Northern style. I don't use granulated sugar for my sweet tea. How dare you? I let the sun sweeten my tea. Miss Bell, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me see. Dude, it's sophisticated. What's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you, WTMFD. And let me know if I'm still, y'all can hear me clearly. Like, I think I was talking kind of to the side, so maybe that's why y'all didn't hear me earlier. Cavity Creep. Shout out to Cavity Creep. It's always good to see you, man. It really is. It really is always good to see you, man. Political theater is fine as I feel the same way. And I'm going to be real with you guys, okay? I'm going to be real with you guys. We're going to see if this thing did what it's supposed to do. I don't think it did. If not, no big deal. Wow. First poll. I forgot to put it, man. I got another poll. Quick poll, 60 seconds. When you watch Fauci invoke the fifth repeated, even if you didn't watch it, basically what I told you is what happened. What is your reaction? And what is your thought about it, right? 1, something's wrong. 2, he's exercising his rights. 3, I'm suspicious but not convinced. And 4, I don't even know what that can't really says. I don't trust either, right? Which makes a lot of sense, right? I'm gonna make sure I ain't come on. I gotta make sure my sound is on and all that good stuff. Shout out to my boy. Because let's be honest, man, and regardless of what side you're on, and I'm not pointing fingers. Oh, you risked us all because you didn't get the jab, or you're a piece of shit because or you're accusing me because you got the jab and you're talking down on me, right? Like, it was a lot of craziness, right? My body, my choice. People were at odds over this stuff. And a lot of this was just shit that was kind of made up, man. A lot of it And let's see, too, exercising his rights. All right, and I respect it, right? It's one of the beautiful things about America, right? You have the right to remain silent. Oh, I can't let y'all. I feel like it's going to be a good topic next time we get deep off in that water tonight. Not too deep, though. So, my thing about it is, it's bullshit, right? Because they all were in on it. If we want to be really real, they were all in on it, right? Like, there's no denying that. We know that this is kind of a sham. But what really matters is your life. They played with your life, right? Whether you were with it or not, right? Because they told you things were concrete that weren't concrete. They told you the science was the science, but it wasn't really the science. You know what I mean? And I don't blame anybody who said, hey, look, I understand, I got concerns, but I got to feed my kids, or I got to work, I got to pay my bills, I got to get the jab, I got to get poked, right? I got to get poked. Or anybody who's like, hey, well, I do got concerns, I got health concerns, I'm worried, right? I'm worried that, that there could be issues. Media is a powerful tool, right? Social media, legacy media, print media, all of it. Very powerful tool. So I don't blame anybody who got convinced. I personally did not, right? And that may turn to be, how dare you? Some people still feel that way. Like, some people aren't updated on information and things that have come out, but some people still feel that way. Hey, if you didn't get it, you were a menace to society. I didn't get it. Right? If that makes you feel, less about me, I hate that. I hate that you have that problem inside of you, and I can't give a damn about it. You know what I mean? You're like, on some real shit, because I get all of it. Yes, these type of vaccines have been in the works for 20 years, but this particular one, I just have concerns. I'm willing to risk. I'm willing to take the trade-off to let the first few go through. Like, I don't want the first few fucking video game systems. Like, I don't want the first, like, if a new Xbox came out, even though I probably wouldn't buy the shit. If a new one, I don't want the first wave, right? So I'm gonna see how that one goes. Because usually they fuck up, they burn up, the PlayStation fall apart, whatever it may be. So I don't like the first of the first to come out. So I'm gonna sit back and see what happens, right? So I had concerns, I had questions. I didn't feel like it was a necessity, right? I didn't feel like it was the thing to do, right? I immediately caught COVID 3 times, hospital. That's terrible. And I'm glad you survived. But now, let's talk about it, right? Because it was the worst thing that ever happened. It was the worst thing that ever happened, but now, a couple of years later, aside from this, when is the last time you even talked about COVID? Like, but other than referring to a time period, like, when's the last time you talked about, oh, so-and-so got COVID? It's here, it's there, or at least what they were saying, but it's not what it was, right? Like, it was the life-threatening, this is the end-all, be-all. If you don't get it, we're doomed as a society, this is a wrap. Motherfuckers, you guys are gonna kill us, right? That's what they said. That's how they pushed it. That's how they put it out there. And now it's like the common flu now, right? That's what they say. The weirdest thing about me during those COVID years was what happened to the flu. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the flu that year? Like, it disappeared. There were like no numbers for the flu that year, and it was kind of wild to me. It made me question a lot of things, right? Like, and then at that time I knew people who were in the healthcare field, and I know what those people were encouraged to do, right? I know what those people were pushed towards, hey, this nigga came in here for a car wreck, a COVID car wreck. Whew, I never heard of that. Well, make sure you COVID, document COVID. You're dead from COVID. Like, everything was coded COVID, right? Like, that's just how it works. So you got a lot of shit, man. You got a lot of shit that happened. And I don't blame anybody, because the more I grow, the older I get, I'd like to hope that I get wiser. I like to think that I get smarter. Maybe not even smarter. I hope, I'd like to think that I apply the knowledge that I acquire better as I get older. I don't. I like to think it though, right? Like I like to think it. I don't, but I try to, right? So, but I try to, right? So my thing is just that it's I understand and I can't blame anybody for why they are the way they are, right? Because I truly believe that most people try to be the best version of themselves when they can. And if they're not, it's something causing interference. And you say, hey, well, we're adults, we're all dealing with shit, we're all, yeah, I get it. I absolutely get it. I do. I get it. We're all adults. We are all supposed to be responsible for our actions, and we should all do that to the best of our ability. But let's be real. Some people they're just not. And you see the way that people are like, the more and more I see how people are raising their children and how they're doing, like, the more and more I understand, and I can't feel bad for a motherfucker who's never been exposed to certain shit. But it's easier and easier for people to be manipulated, right? And I'm not even saying manipulated. It's just they fear-mongered a lot of people, right? And then there was a lot of questions. There was a lot of concerns, a lot of health issues caused by the stuff. There's a lot going on, but I don't even want to talk about that necessarily. What I want to get into is the most interesting part, and that's Fauci himself, right? Fauci himself, and his diary. So Rand Paul, like, published this diary. You know what I mean? And Fauci was feeling himself. Fauci was So it was like what was like 1,000, like 1,100 pages, like 1,150, a little less than 1,150 pages, right? Like 1,140 something. And it's they said from like 2019 to like 2022, which is interesting, right? So and it just talks about a bunch of little shit from it, right? So it's like kind of let's talk about it. Like, what did he think? What was in that diary? Y'all might not have caught that part, right? So what did he feel privately versus what was he saying publicly? Like, what do y'all think? You know, what do you believe, right? It shows that he kind of went both ways. I'm like, I really believe that he knew he was doing some bullshit. And I think this is what I believe a lot of shit happens. I think a lot of people get put into a position and then that somehow that position overwhelms them, right? And they're just caught up in, and then it's just like, Fauci might have just been the dude to quote some shit from one day, and then it was just like, yeah, that guy, he seems confident, and then it just, bam, now we didn't push this motherfucker to the front. He's just, man, again, we know Fauci's a shaky, sketchy character for some other stuff, but let's just say that, right, for the sake of multiple arguments, right? I say Fauci just got caught up in the whirlwind. He just became the face of it, right? He just became that guy, and everybody, he has an innocent face. The people with the innocent face would be the craziest motherfuckers, right? But he looks almost trustworthy, almost, to the untrained eye. But what did he really think? Do you think that he felt that the stuff that he was saying publicly was genuine? Because I think there was a few things showing that, he knew that some of that stuff was made up out of thin air. The 6-foot stuff wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? They knew the mask didn't do exactly what they felt. But I mean, I'm not going to deny there's probably some form of overall air quality improvement if you're using, what was the N95, N97, whatever those masks were. If you're using those masks, there's definitely a quality improvement in the air that you're breathing. But motherfuckers are putting shirts on their face. Like, I want to take y'all back to that time. Like, 'cause I want y'all to feel this conversation again. Like, I want y'all to remember, and we was deep in the Discord. We was probably arguing in the Discord in here. You know what I'm saying? That's when the Discord used to be super active and the damn motherfuckers in that bitch all day and night. Like, I want to go back. I want y'all to go back to this time, what y'all felt in real life. I want y'all to remember what it felt like to go through these years. And this guy was the face of it, right? Like, people trusted more of what he was saying than what the president was saying. Right? Like, he was damn near the president for a little bit. The way people trusted in everything that Fauci had to say, like they hung on to every word. They were just desperate. Where's Fauci? Where's Anthony? We need more COVID information, please. Like, people were going crazy, right? And he knew this, right? Like, he was eating this shit up. Like, in the diary, he was eating this shit. He was writing about, I think he talked about Brad Pitt playing him on SNL. Like, Fauci was feeling this shit, right? And so you wonder how much of this celebrity status, right? Like, say you've been in the field for a long time. You're a fucking doctor scientist guy, right? I don't know how many of you watch Half Baked, right? But I don't know if y'all remember the scene where the signs, hey, janitor, right? Where it all got started, where he basically got plugged in, right? And I was like, hey, janitor, go take this down. And he responds, Dave Chappelle, like, it's a little subtle thing. He's like, hey, scientist, here, finish my job for me, right? But yeah, you're basically like a hey scientist. You're in this lab, you're doing shit. You're a little known, but now you're like a celebrity. You're like you're probably the second biggest celebrity at that time to Tiger King, right? Because let's be honest, Tiger King was that nigga. Like, Tiger King for the beginning of COVID was that nigga. Like, he was Tiger King, bro. Tiger King was the king of tigers and the king of gays. Like, that Tiger King was the livest shit going on television. Like, come on, man. So there was good and there was bad. I don't think Tiger King would have got the love it deserved if it wasn't dropped when COVID came out, right? And Finney say you got COVID twice and have it because of coworker mind spread it. Terrible in the workplace. And again, I'm not gonna lie. I probably heard a couple of months ago of someone saying that they contracted COVID, right? But the masks have all disappeared. The shirts around the face, you know, just anything, right? People just putting anything on. People putting socks on their face. You know what I'm saying? I went somewhere. Let me put some dreads on my face. You know what I'm saying? Around my dreads around my face. Oh, God, this is air quality dread. These are hypoallergenic dreadlocks, ma'am. I don't understand what the problem is. This is part of my mask. I'm all natural. I don't want to breathe in the microplastics, so I use an all natural Afro lock hair mask. So I don't know what's the problem, you know? And then they don't give you no shit. You know, where can I buy one of those? You can't, bitch. But it was a lot of shit going on with Fauci. He was a superstar. Like, think about it. Fauci was big. Who was it? Cuomo, whatever. He was big. All the hoes was loving Cuomo, whatever his name is. And he was the TV nigga was plotting for the governor and all that weird shit was going on. There was some inference that he might have known about the lab leak, right? Because again, and I'm being subtle with it. If you guys know more information, you know I like to leave room for the conversation to get good. So when I open up the line here, again, if you don't really know about the hearing, I mean, again, with the information I'm providing you, think about how you felt around that time. Like again, the guy who was supposed to be the guy, they go up to ask him questions about this time. He already has immunity. There's nothing wrong with him saying the truth. There's nothing going to hurt him, right? Nothing's going to happen other than his image. And I think that's the biggest thing, right? Jim. What's the deal, Jim Lotus? What's the motherfucking deal? Oh, Carol Baskin. Oh, my God. Bro, like 2020 with that Tiger King is how they put us through the first timeline. Like, or that's when they started really, you know, they switched the timelines up real quick on us a couple of times the last few years. We wasn't paying attention. We didn't got distracted. Fauci was probably another distraction. But yeah, Tiger King definitely distracted us. And that's when they switched the Fruit of the Looms on us. And that's when they switched Shazam and the Fruit of the Looms on us. We was lost after that. But, you know, again, he knew of the laboratory origin. He spoke on it in his thing, but he's like, you know, why didn't he know the things that he knew? You wonder why weren't they mentioned public, right? Because let's look at the din is about conversation, so it's about looking at all angles, right? So be for real with yourself. If the common man was presented the information that the, let's say, conspiracy theorists at that time were already saying, which we know, if you recall the conspiracy theorists now, you got buddies who are like, hey, remember when nah, motherfucker, nah, you you made me talk to you through a fucking plastic wall, and you said you didn't want to be my friend anymore because I didn't support your theory. Like, it was some crazy shit going on, right? But the conspiracy theory actually is real now. But you look at it and you wonder now, if we presented all this information to the general public, right, and we gave this information to every Jim, Sue, Sally, and Harry, that's a terrible orgy if you ever had one. Anyway, with this common information, what would they do with it, right? Like, it was already going crazy with half of the internet already kind of being, like kind of shaky about it. Like, was this more about behavior control? Was this more about what can we see or how can we control people? Because, I mean, even if it was an illness, even if it was it was a good test, right? Right? If they knew it wasn't as serious as they thought, if they knew the origins, they knew that they could get to the root of things, right? Why not tell people, hey, it's going to be a little rough, a little sketchy, but this is what it is, right? What did they tell us initially? Do y'all remember? And that's what made it real weird to me initially, right? Do y'all remember what they first said initially? How long did they say it was going to be? Does anybody remember? I'm going to walk around the room and walk away in that water for a second. Let me see if anybody remembers. Does anybody remember how long they told us it was going to be initially? Drop that in the chat. I believe you, Jim. I'm rocking with you, Jim. I'm rocking. 2 weeks, 15 days, something like that. It's not gonna be that long. We're gonna do it. And then it was oh, you got it? We didn't even know it was over there, nigga. You guys gonna have to quarantine for a couple of weeks. Now we're gonna shut down business. Think about it. People lost jobs, man. People lost careers. People lost jobs. People lost livelihoods. People at that, anybody calling America the land of the free after 2020 is a wild person. They're living in the land of Nintendo entertainment systems, 8-bit cartridges, VHSs, movie store. Like, it's a wrap, buddy. Right? Because this, again, it was a compliance test, a global social compliance test. That's how I feel about it. Like, because why not tell people the truth if you knew? You know what I'm saying? If you knew. So, the diary talks about Fauci acknowledging that officials had been too strong in saying that the mask did not work, right? And then he said he followed by the evolution towards, universal masking. But there's other, messages where he kind of reverses course slightly, right? And so it's kind of like, was he lying about masks? Or is it more like when you got somebody in that position? Because it's not about Fauci. Remember, when I talk about stuff, it's not about, gone off that lavender. Good night, Miss Bell. But like when people are in this position, right, or we give people this position, this nigga wasn't like a real government official. This nigga was a scientist. And scientists don't get no respect in the hood. But on some real shit, right? Like, so when they know, because again, this is about managing behavior, like when does it become deception, right? Like when does it become deceptive when you know that maybe what we're telling you isn't the best thing, but it makes you feel like we're doing something. It makes you feel like we're handling the problem. It makes you feel like we're, that we're addressing it in the manner you should. I'm gonna tell y'all the thing, honestly, that really flipped me more on that whole thing and the jab, really. The jab more so was that if we're being honest with ourselves, hold on, let me let Peanut in. What's up, Pop? Come in. fast. Yeah, see what's up. Maybe lose my train of thought. Yeah, it was all of that, bro. But it was like it was a situation where people lost opportunities. People lost. It was just so crazy, right? But at what point do you trying to control this narrative, or you trying to make people feel like you got it under control? When does that become a matter of you deceiving the populace, right? When does it become a matter of you? Really? I kind of. We need to. We're gonna have some real good supernatural Saturdays coming up, hopefully, because the more I look into things, or just the more things fall in my lap, right? I don't even say I go crazy looking for stuff. Things just fall in my lap. But or people come in and they say things, man. I believe it. I don't want to go full conspiracy theorist, right? But let's be honest. Like, these people aren't trying to save the world. Like, even if it did only take 9 months, even if it did only take 9 months for the COVID to come out, it was only like 9 months. But my thing, that's what I was saying earlier. The thing that flipped me on the COVID was everybody was against the vaccine until Biden won, and as soon as Biden won, all those same people who were telling you, "No, not me," not no Trump vaccine. When it became Biden's vaccine, it was go, 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 go. And that's really the number one thing that concerned me more than everything else. That little thing. All right, good night, Girl 6. Thank you for stopping by. Is the bot not working? I need to check and see. I haven't been paying attention. My bad. But it was that, man, and that's what, like, concerned me. I was like, man, that's what made me think it was real weird. Like, that's what made me know it was political, politicized, right? But anyway, he talked about having public adulation. He talked about he really loved the whole media fame thing, right? He talked about it a few times. He loved the way that he was portrayed in the media. But does that create a conflict of interest in your mind? Like, if he's writing in his diary, he loves how he's being treated. Do you think that makes him provide news a certain way, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, look like it's working. Okay. But like, it's a wild deal. It's a whole wild ordeal, man, because whether you did it or you didn't, we were all affected by it, right? It was I think we could all say the world feels different. Like, and I don't care what you believe. I'm not trying to get you to, question your faith or anything, like, oh, no spirits or nothing like that. It's just the world feels different to exist in now, if that makes sense. 0 for no, 1 for yes if you agree or disagree, right? Quick poll. I need to drop another real poll in here. But, like, it shifted gradually, and it shifted because a lot of people were inside for a long time and then got back out, and it was just different. People were moving different. But it felt like there was a real shift in operations, right? Just how people interacted. Because people were standoffish, kind of. Yeah, post-COVID. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's the best way. I don't know why I said that. In the South, Southern hospitality is a thing. But even now, it feels like people are more standoffish. I'm not saying that people are extra rude, but it just seems like I'm not going to blame that all on COVID. There's a lot of factors into that, but it's so the energy, the way people were angry, or people are more. It's different, man. The world is different, and there's so much more hate and anger and frustration. You know what I mean? And just people are just they're. I'm tripping. I'm looking at the damn thing like I am on whatchamacallit. They're upset, right? And people are frustrated. People are just pissed off about everything. Like, and I think that's what they want, because it really ain't all that serious. what's serious is what you make serious. Ultimately, what it comes down to when all of this stuff, and I'm finna open up the lines after this. I know I talk longer than I planned on it, right? Ultimately, what it comes down to, what life comes down to, is what's serious is what you choose to make serious. That's pretty much anything in life. Hey, you got the choice to do that. Now, the outcomes that come from that are on you accepting the responsibility for your choice, but you know, yeah, I think that's how I've gotten by on lots of people. I mean, you deal with a lot of crazy shit, man. You know that? I think everything outside of that I don't take serious. So I don't have enough frustration from all the other shit. And I get frustrated. Let me not act like I don't, but I don't have enough worries with other bullshit to stress me out on top of the other shit. So I think that's why you just can't give a fuck about it. Like you just can't. Because at the end of this bitch, guess what? We all fucking die, right? We all fucking die. Lobo, good to see you. Shout out. Man, at this point, bro, like, well, in this case, definitely left wing. Just overall, though, like I said, just looking at everything, I've stepped, like everybody's, our whole leadership is questionable, right? And there's only a couple of ways of resolving it. And if we're honest about it, nobody wants to have that conversation genuinely. It's not even about hurting people, honestly. So people, oh, you want to talk? That's not even that. People don't want to really have a conversation about how you fix the problems that we have. And then, honestly, the leadership wouldn't want to have a real conversation about that because it would really hold them much more, it would have them much more accountable than they would want to be, right? I mean, and it's rightfully so. I get it. You feel like I have this control or I have this protection. My job is to protect the most I can out of this number of people. So I got to do what's best for what I believe is best, right? And just deal with it, right? And a lot of people may disagree. And if I get a little kickback on the back end, well, that ain't my fault, man. You know, I work hard. My regular salary ain't enough. Like, I understand everybody's perspective, right? But, like I said, you know, a lot of things are good. I'm not telling anybody to do anything wild. I'm not telling anybody to do anything crazy besides just think and pay attention and live your own life. Like, you got to stop being with the mass. Anyway, all right, I'm going on a rampage. Let's get ready to open up the line, man. But I just want to know your thoughts, man. Did Fauci pleading the fifth, the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth, over 100 times yesterday, change how you felt about the whole COVID era, right? And then, given what you know or may not be familiar with, I'll continue to share some things about Fauci and his writings. In his diary, quick poll, make sure hashtag 1234, right? Does refusing to answer make you more suspicious? Absolutely, somewhat, not at all. Depends on the question. Just one moment. I've been dealing with a bunch of madness, y'all, so forgive me if I'm off the screen for a second, just trying to make sure everything is copacetic. Nah, because the Pecan was looking crazy earlier. I'm just trying to make sure that he's all right. Like he was looking sketchy for a second, but I was like, man, he might have got the doggy gangster. I was about to be real sad, and then nigga started biting me again and started turning up. But I'm just trying to keep an eye on him to make sure that that he's in the green because he was moving real sketchy earlier. Had me very concerned. There's something else I'm gonna say. Then say we can ready to open up the line. Right. Oh, you finna get into couch. Oh, that's a great suggestion. Shout out to Jim. I'm down with Jim. Let me get the line opened up. Let me get everything set up here. But again, I just want to know, how did it make you feel about? And again, I think most people who already had a particular feeling, or may have converted their thoughts, after new information and things were released, probably already felt the way. I don't think it changed the way they felt, and I don't think it probably changed the way people felt who are on either side. But it has to make you look at our leadership some kind of way and say, how is this okay? Like how we gave you the responsibility, the faith, the trust, and it's okay for us to not get any answers. And that's cool, right? Because not even just him. Like, what are the elected officials doing? Like, what is the purpose? Like, if you notice it is a dog and pony show, why the fuck even do it? To make it look like, well, we tested. We had fucking Fauci down here trying to testify. We just couldn't get it out of. Y'all going to have fucking mocha frappuccino cappuccinos and shit after the shit is over with, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's crazy, man. Clark is I don't want to hate on anybody getting fired from any job. I'm not gonna knock anybody, whatever. We should eat off the cast though, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, bro. Like, I'm not saying he wasn't whoever he was when he played and all that good shit, but it's like when motherfuckers like try to over-represent after the fact, right? Like when he was hating on RG3. I don't even look, that's a whole other conversation. But let's get the line open. I've been listening to disco lately. Look, here's my thing, bro. And we'll be in the Discord after the stream for those of you who want to join the conversation. But we all know music impacts the way you feel. We all know sound impacts the way. We know everything impacts. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm deciding to pry away from a lot of the bullshit. You know what I mean? And I just been listening to a lot of old disco-y era shit. And it's great. Like, this shit puts you in a great fucking mood, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely staying alive. You should be dancing, like, man, all kind of shit, like, bro, like, groove, like, groove train, all kind of shit. Like, I've been just, man, and I do my little stupid, and it feels good, right? I guess moving feels good. I guess it is what it is. But it's like you don't think about the stupid shit. That's part of the reason why people are, oh, this is a more depressed generation. Yeah, everybody's popping pills and medication and everything. I get that. But part of it, oh, man, you know what? I'm going to check that out. Because Fauci is like, and this, everything I've given, like, this is not even diving into that. Shout out to my boy Lee, man. Because we can really talk about the wild shit Fauci. Like, I'm not even really giving him I'm even just sticking to the COVID Fauci, right? Because we know, if you know. If you know, look, I got to look, nigga, with the shirt, with the little frilly shirt like an Isley brother and this motherfucker. I'm looking like, oh, man. Old buddy, brother. Old buddy, the fucking dude. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. The old school man. Fuck, my back is bad. Well, he's probably the same age as me, but he does the fucking cologne. With the cologne, he get the cologne, snatch that hoe and he get the grooving and doing his little, that shit the most player shit I ever seen, nigga. That nigga, that's the most player shit I ever seen. That nigga get that hoe, that motherfucker. And he get to doing his little shit, his little shimmy or whatever. I fuck with it. Niggas back then didn't have the issues of niggas now, right? And you know what I blame? And I promise I'm finna open up the line. Niggas who own the makeup and fix, like niggas who start fixing themselves up too much, the metrosexuals, I guess, probably. That's who I blame for the current struggles of man, right? Because I'm just looking at shit back in the day. Because you like look at all the motherfuckers getting the turkey transplants, right? I just seen a video, nigga got the turkey transplant. His whole face blew up. Like that nigga didn't go to Turkey. That nigga went to Lithuania or something. I don't even know. I don't even know how them countries are related, if they are. That nigga got the the Lithuanian lineup lift. You know what I'm saying? Like he got some other shit going on, but his whole face swole up. But it's like niggas could be regular motherfuckers back then, like go through life as a man and the things that have you. Niggas had the George Jefferson. No, George Jefferson. I want to say George Jefferson was getting over. The hoes probably like George Jefferson. George Jefferson didn't like the hoes. But, you know, like you could comfortably wear certain styles that are forbidden now, right? Like you're not gonna see a nigga rocking a George Jefferson comfortably, right? You're not gonna see a James from motherfucking a Good Times comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that shit anymore, right? You can't, like, you gotta have everything on point. Hoes was fucking with that shit back. Niggas start getting wearing makeup, niggas getting surgery, they getting six pack. They acting like the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not hating on nobody. Do what you gotta do to feel good about yourself. But it's impacted the market. It's changed the game. It's made things strange, right? But it's just fun out because again, like I said, I've been watching a bunch of old blaxploitation shit. I've been listening to a lot of disco shit. I've been watching a lot of old kung fu movies. Like that's been the majority. If I'm not watching some anime, I'm watching old kung fu shit, right? The Shaolin Temple, your kung fu is weak, bitch ass nigga. Say it to my face, hoe cake. You know what I'm saying? They get to getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Appreciate it. Thank you. I need somebody as I'm trying to realign my chakras. I want to make sure that, you know, that my breathing is calm. And then you want to make sure that you're breathing all the way down into the stomach. And then when you exhale through the lungs, and then you bring it back in. And I just want to operate from a state of peace. I want to operate from a state of well-being and calm-mindedness. And so I just want to release the hate. I just want to release the hate. And I want to operate from a peaceful state, you know. I want to operate from an empty plate. I want to operate from feeling great, right? Anyway. But yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to be better, right? Because right now everybody hating, so I got to do the opposite of everybody else. Since everybody hating now, I'm showing love to everything now. I'm love and not a fight. That's how we move. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me just 1 second. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. I need to fix that game. It's fucking rigged. It's fucking rigged. You gotta watch you calling a jive ass turkey, man. Say, brother, man. Hey, man, I'm just saying, brother. You gotta be careful when you slanging them turkeys, man. Them jive ass turkeys, man. You know, hey. A jive ass turkey back then, that was like a jive ass turkey. Bitch ass nigga. I'm just saying. Is it not jive ass turkey? Bitch ass nigga. It's the same case. It's the same set of syllables, man. All I'm nah, it's really because you seen Semi-Pro? Have y'all seen Semi-Pro? Let me get this motherfucking line open. But if y'all haven't seen Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell and damn, what's the other dude name? Another black dude from fucking not Chris Rock or Eddie Murphy or any of those niggas. The other black dude who played Ladies Man. And they was in there. They were having like a they was having a round table about the little thing, and he's like, then they called him a jive ass turkey. That nigga yeah, that nigga got heated about that. I think he shot that nigga after he called him a jive ass turkey. That shit was funny than a motherfucker. But I guess. See, and this y'all gotta be telling me shit. Look, I'll be clicking a bunch of buttons and shit. Y'all, hey, if I forget to put the number up there, and let me make sure I got it properly activated. I gotta say, hey, Honcho, put the number up there because we can't see the motherfucking number, nigga. Oh, my bad. Players fuck up. Let me get connected. She can't be protected if she can't be directed. Do. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling into the den this evening?
What you got for me, nigga? How much you got something for me?
Oh man. Oh, yeah. It has to. It's got to be properly set up. I already know the response when it happens, and I can't wait. I was in the car. This shit.
Oh God.
I was in the car when I was struck by a lightning bolt of thought, and that shit was hilarious. It was a matter of a small coincidence. But yeah, like I can reveal no further clues because when it happens, it's. I got to say.
I have an overwhelming fear of dread right now.
When it happens, it's not even nothing. It's nothing for you to necessarily fear, but it's something when I already know your response whenever it happens, and it's going to be pure comedy.
I thought you was spotting some jive shit over there.
Nah, man, say, brother, man, nah, keep it cool, Jack. You know, I ain't no jive turkey, brother. I don't get down like that on the flip side, man.
As long as you're keeping everything compensated. Can you dig it?
Yeah, can you dig it? Hey, man, them niggas back then really had the coolest slang. Man, hey, brother, can you dig it? Can you pick up what I'm putting down? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as we've gotten more illiterate, you know, the further we've gotten away from embracing the education that's available to the further we got away from talking cool. Like, niggas used to have some slang back in the day. Like, that's why them niggas had to tap phones and then try to decipher shit. Them niggas was talking some shit. Like, you still go, like, what is this? Oh, I understand it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was talking in code, they was talking, direct, but you really had to understand that shit.
Right.
Nowadays, niggas tell you exactly what I'm getting, the blicky. And niggas, they talking like children nowadays. This shit's weird. But yeah. What's your thoughts, man? Fauci, 100 times the nigga pleaded the fifth. They asked him questions about a folder. He said the fifth. Is that concerning? Does it change anything you already felt about the COVID-19 era or Dr. Fauci?
It doesn't change anything, I think. It's not concern to me, but only because these are things that I already thought. Right. So if anything, it just confirms my way of thinking. I think that for everybody who has defended the bullshit and has called people conspiracy theorists and everything, it should be concerning to them. But I think we just so far gone at this point. I don't think any of this shit matters.
And that's ultimately the truth. It's like we continue to point fingers at each other, but what are we getting out of it? And that's what they want, honestly. That's ultimately what it boils down. As long as the people have dissent amongst each other, they can continue to hit us with this tomfoolery. All right. So were you familiar with some of the contents of the diary or the things that he was saying and the way he was feeling about being so popular at the time of COVID?
I mean, not really. I read RFK Jr.'s book on him and how he did the whole AIDS epidemic.
Right.
And none of this shit really shocked me. And like, we're talking about narcissists, possibly demonic people. So like, it's like I said in the chat earlier, like the shit that they do behind the scenes is so batshit crazy that anybody who tries to expose them sounds batshit crazy.
Yeah, like, I know exactly what you mean. I understand exactly what you're speaking of. And they do it so well. Isn't that crazy? Right? And I kind of want to, I don't want to deviate in that conversation. I'm going to have to save that conversation for a Saturday night because I've been having this this thought process about people. And I've been thinking, I've mentioned this for years now, and I've kind of started to lean more and more that there are non-people among us. You know what I mean? Because at this point, like, how are you still defending?
There's non-what?
There's non-people, non-human. We'll say people, but non-human people among us, right?
Right.
And because it's like some of this stuff, like, how can you continue to support some of these agendas, some of these beliefs, some of these things, and you know what's happening? Like, how do you blatantly lie to people? How do you blatantly manipulate people? And you know, you're okay with it. One, you're okay because you know what's happening. You're okay with that part. But number two, you're just okay, just like deceiving. Like, I don't give a fuck about you guys. Like, you got to be something different. Like, how callous are you? How, you know? Anyway, but again, like I said, another conversation because it's some other stuff, some other layers to that. But we'll get into that. But yeah, you know what I mean. My thing is just like, how do you feel about Fauci being considered, or him considering himself a celebrity in that time? Do you think that impacts the way that he responded or provided information to the masses? Do you think that may have wanted him to be presented or present himself in a more favorable light? Do you think that impacted his judgment in any way?
No, I mean, I think everything that he did and reported around that time was all propaganda. Like, I think they had a clear goal in mind, and he was just the face of a certain apparatus of the machine. So I think the celebrity thing was just a perk that came with what he, and I think that might be one of the main things that he wants. Because you definitely, if you go back and look at all those press conferences, like, you can see he got a kick out of that. But I don't think that necessarily fueled what he was saying.
Right.
I think he knew at that point, or at a certain point during COVID, he had the majority of Americans eating out of his hand.
Right.
So he could get on there and say whatever. People would just believe whatever he said because he was deemed as the utmost aficionado on the subject.
Right. Absolutely. Do you think he truly deserved that, or do you think he was just kind of forced into that position?
I don't think he deserves it. I think, well, for one, he's had that same position under what I think 4 presidents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody pushed him. I think that he's a part of whatever group. You know, I ain't gonna put no names on it, but he's a part of whatever powers that be, and he knows his role and he doesn't mind playing it.
Right. What up, Terrell?
I don't think he's the type of person that needs to be pushed to do evil things.
Yeah. You know, because scientists like to experiment. So I think you got to have a certain kind of wiring. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. Yeah, it's just an experiment. That's all it is.
Especially to be experimenting on, especially the experiment on deadly pathogens.
Right.
You gotta be a special kind of crazy to do that.
Like my thing is this, and I was thinking about this the other day. I was taking a walk, and I was like, where the fuck are new diseases coming from? They're all man-made. Like, because whether or not, if you believe, like, if you don't believe this motherfucker has existed for, you know, thousands of years or millions of years, whatever you believe, at some point, all the diseases had to be out there. Interact, counteract, do what they got to do, you know, and all that. And things were cool for a while, and then all of a sudden, just new bullshit popping up out of fucking horses' asses and monkey asses and all kind of fucking shit. And just somehow these are new, you know, GMO monkeys and horses and shit. Now you're getting new fucking strains of bullshit. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, why? What kind of person do you have to be to want to work against the good of Earth, right? And like, what against the greater good? I know there's no money in it. I understand. Like, it's not a necessary evil. It's an evil that keeps the process rolling. But yeah, you know.
Let's play a game of connect the dots.
All right.
So, would you say most people who grow to be scientists, would you say in their early years of life they get bullied by people?
I I would assume so because I would
the
say
majority of them are nerds growing up, right?
Because if you're a nerd, if you're a person that's more in the knowledge than the other bullshit, more than likely people nitpick at you, pick at you. One way.
You got bullied at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next question. Do you think the majority of, especially the male and female, do you think the majority of scientists were rejected by people that they tried to pursue romantically?
I could see that. I could definitely see that. That's how it happens in the comic books, at least. I can see that. Yeah.
Right. Well, in the comic books, you get superpowers.
Exactly.
So getting there under it. Awesome. But and some of them do that too. They get rich and then they get the money.
Right.
Superpower. But okay. So third question: do you think most of them feel a disconnect with the majority of society based on the lack of intellectual conversations that they can have with people?
Absolutely. I don't know shit, and I be feeling.
So
like
if we add up, right. So if you add all those three up, and you realize, okay, this is somebody who was bullied by their peers, rejected romantically by their peers, and feels no connection to their peers.
Mm.
So why would I give a fuck if I accidentally make a virus that kills half of them?
So basically, an extremely intelligent school shooter.
Exactly.
Got you. I understand completely. Just putting in a little bit more work to to achieve the. I guess it worked.
What I'm saying is that all of those experiences create or build a lack of empathy in that person for other people.
Right.
So once you get to a certain point, I don't care if I fuck around and kill half of humanity.
Right.
Half of these motherfuckers are dumb anyway.
Exactly. No, I get it, right? Because I'm a person that thought Thanos had the right idea. People were upset with me for that, but I get it. I get the premise of it. It's a lot of weird shit going on. And if somebody's not necessarily contributing to the well-being of the planet, which most aren't, most people are doing more taking than they're putting back. Probably myself included. I mean, I don't know what my carbon footprint is, but it's just it kind of is what it is. But I understand. Yeah, I can see it. I can 100% see it, and it makes sense. And again, it's a situation where, hey, I didn't pull the hypothetical trigger. I created something. It leaked out, and now, it's not me. It's the laboratory. It's not me, Mr. Mad Scientist. It's the laboratory I work for that committed this atrocity. You know what I mean? We all know about Wuhan and all that, but do we know people's names?
Let's go full conspiracy for you. Just a second.
Let's dive in.
Have you heard the connection between Epstein and the lab leak?
No, but talk to me. I'm very interested.
Okay, so in his emails, somebody sent him an email saying, basically warning him that he was about to get arrested, right? And so his reply to the guy, they don't want to do that because I have 3 dead man switches set up. And the first one is a disease that will cause a worldwide pandemic. If I don't log into this thing every so many days or whatever, it's going to automatically release it.
It's kind of robotic. Hold on one second. It's kind of robotic. Yeah, it's kind of robotic. It's kind of you, but I get kind of what you're saying. You're saying so he had a dead man switch for anybody who's struggling here. He had a dead man switch, or he had 3. You said 3 dead man switches set up, and you said one of them was something that would create a worldwide pandemic. And about the time that he gets.
Yeah, can y'all hear me better now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so he was saying the first one that he had was he had it set up where if he didn't log into this account every so often, it would automatically release a pathogen into the world that would cause a pandemic.
Right. Man, that motherfucker going when he's fucking busy, just forgets. He's just out doing a bunch of sinning and just lose track of time. Fuck! God damn it! Here we are.
I think maybe it was probably connected to something that he used frequently.
Yeah.
So like if he didn't use that thing, you know, probably something that he used every day or something.
Yeah.
Could have been something like set to him unlocking his phone or something.
Right.
So, but think about when he went to jail. When did he get arrested?
Yeah, around that time somewhere.
I believe it was like October, November of 2019. I believe. Now, I caught that shit in December. I caught that shit like December 10th, 12th. It didn't hit me till Christmas Eve. But they didn't know what the fuck I had. Doctors were so fucking confused. They didn't give me nothing. Like they were like, we think you got pneumonia. Like it's symptoms of pneumonia, but you don't have pneumonia. We don't know what you got.
Right.
And I ended up giving that shit to everybody that I fucked with out there in Virginia. Like everybody got it.
Take a little bit, nigga. But you know, around that time, I heard a lot of people saying
they didn't know what they had either.
Right. But I heard a lot of people saying that.
And they didn't know what they had either. Well, and then when it got announced in March, me and those same people, we all looked at each other and were like, yeah, that's what the fuck we had.
Right.
That's exactly what we had.
So do you think during that time, like, because when nobody knew what it was, I heard a lot of people saying, hey, you know, a couple of months prior, I felt like I had this or I felt like I had that before it was a known thing. Do you think that was something that helped the virus strengthen, you know, because nobody went with, and maybe it was another wave of it? Do you think that was just, you know, it was what it was, and you know, you just weren't that susceptible to it, or, you know, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know a lot of people like, man, I felt, you know, this kind of way back in that, you know, a couple of months ago, and it was just odd because I normally don't feel like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the flu disappeared. So what was it?
I think that for one, I mean, the lab leak was in China, so it's going to take a while for it to get here and to spread globally. Which that's about like if he did get arrested when I think he did, then that's only like a month and a half that it took to get here. Like I said, I got it 2 weeks into December. So they announced it in March. That's only 2-3 months.
Right.
You know, that's really, and when you think about it, you know, that's not that long. So, and how many people, like you said, how many people had that shit and just, a lot of people were asymptomatic to it, didn't have symptoms.
Right.
So how many people got that shit and just didn't know what they had?
Right. Yeah, that's amazing.
And then, like you said, you know, it's very possible. Well, we know that at least they told us at some point after COVID started to die down, they told us that they had variant strands. Remember that?
Right.
Various variant strains of the virus. So who's to say the one that, by the time it got announced, who's to say that wasn't a variant of the original one that leaked?
Right. Man, COVID had about 30 sequels, nigga. Variant this, variant that,
right.
booster that. Yeah, all that crazy shit.
We thought we was on COVID-19 by the time it actually got to us. That bitch was on 23.
Right. The Jordan variant. COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a crazy thing, man. Like, and ultimately, we know what the bigger picture was, right? But we get it. But just looking at this situation, you know, and it's bigger than Fauci. You know, it's the whole hearing, it's the whole, you know, visual that they're putting out. Because, I mean, are they really getting anything done? They're talking about, maybe hold him in contempt of court or contempt for not saying anything. They got to decide. One, if that's how you felt, what do you got to decide about? But like, what do you think about the other side of this? The people who are quote unquote interviewing him, the people who are quote unquote, you know, shining a light on him.
This shit is all to save face, bro. It's all just to appease, somewhat, to try, like, just to be able to say, well, hey, we took him to trial.
Yeah.
We took him in front of Congress, like, just to say, like, well, you can't say we didn't do nothing.
Right.
That's all this is about, man. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to do nothing. Same thing with the Epstein shit.
Right. Which is crazy. This is wild.
That's how I know this shit is over. The Epstein shit is how I know this shit is done, bro.
Ain't nothing happened. Anyway, yeah.
Nothing.
That's a wild ordeal. It's insane when you think about it. Like it's that.
No, it's utterly insane, bro. Like it makes no fucking sense, especially for all the people, for how many people there are that get on the fucking internet every day and talk shit about the system and the man and this and that, and we got the perfect opportunity and the perfect reason to stand up against something, and it's cricket.
Bro, it's the America, and this was all by design. This is why they made everybody docile through the food and everything else. But the America that was on that type of time, the last chance. When was the Million Man March? Was that the 90s?
90s?
90s, not 90s. The 90s probably was the last chance. Because niggas in the 90s, niggas, we know. Everybody else may or may not know, depending on the audience. 90s niggas, grown 90s niggas were a different breed. They just had misdirection.
Yeah, they was on action.
You know what I'm saying? But they was like, you had it. It was kind of certain. There were certain organized factions that were trying to get things done. We know what happened with that. But then you had a lot of talent out there that was misguided. We know the CIA. The CIA. How the host say the CIA did its big one. You know what I'm saying? And and CIA did its big one, and then everybody gang affiliated.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs in the community.
Man, y'all don't understand. Black Dynamite is it's crazy that people have not seen that. That's a classic. Nigga don't get his credit. Instant classic.
What he said, like it was mean, like two fat motherfuckers fighting over pork chops and grease. Can you dig it?
Bro, fucking. Did you watch the cartoon too?
I didn't. I watched maybe one or two episodes, but I fell off.
You gotta watch that. That was good too. It's equally ridiculous, but a little bit more because you know what they can do with animation. But it's
animated.
It's on par with Black Dynamite nonsense. Like, and I think everybody, all the real voices and everything there too, which is cool. That nigga be putting motherfuckers on.
What that nigga said, I forgot the chick's name. He's like, shut the fuck up, y'all. I know that was you. I ain't even have to look over there.
Yeah, oh my God. That shit was the funniest fucking part of it. Oh my God. Cause it just broke like that was so funny about shit. Like you see like a fucking mic come in the frame or some dumb shit, the scene switch up. Yeah. And then it did that part right there. Oh my God.
No, the part where he slapped that dark nigga and the nigga was like, man, what the fuck? And it changed to a light skinned nigga.
Oh, that shit was fucking pure comedy. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, that's the shit. Niggas don't make shit like that. The Wayans brothers, I guess, took over the kind of, but it wasn't necessarily a parody. It was his own thing, and he got a cowboy one too. I haven't finished that one, but something more. Niggas need more original shit like that. We too busy doing goddamn everything. You know, we didn't talk to Tubi mess and everything going on with that. But
I did that shit before I came in the room.
And a kind of malt liquor. That shit, bro, like that whole fucking shit was it was fucking. This nigga got down. Who got down with Reagan? Was it Tricky Dick? Was it Reagan?
No, Nixon.
Nixon. Yeah, Nixon.
It was Nixon.
Yeah. I'm like, this shit, that whole shit was fucking pure comedy. But yeah, man, Fauci could never be Black Dynamite. But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like
the part where they was, my bad. The part where they was trying to come up with the plan and they just somehow got into like Greek and solids.
Them niggas, what was it when he put it together though? When they solved out what the situation was, it was that's what it was.
Yeah, with the M&M. Mars. Mars.
It's
Mars
Green,
Candy Company.
The Greek god Ares. You know the one. Them niggas there was just bro. That shit that was retarded, but it was funny to the motherfucker. But that whole movie was a comedy. Yeah, I might have to watch that one more again. But but does that say what it say about our leaders though? Like at this point, like, do people even have trust in them? Again, I'm not saying anybody do crazy. People, you say don't trust your leaders. What are you saying to do, Honcho? I'm just saying, like, have they lost the faith? Like, I mean, does that have they lost the integrity? Like, what is it what does it say again? Because you have to vote for somebody, right? Like you got to do something, right? Like what is it saying about these people who, you know?
Do you?
Yeah,
Do you though?
That's the question.
And did they ever have integrity? Were they ever good leaders?
Right.
Did we have ever trusted any of these motherfuckers?
Right. But if you don't vote, you can't say nothing, Josh.
Shit, I'm talking right now, you know?
Well, you know.
That's just like the motherfucker that told me I wasn't black if I didn't vote for him. I ain't never felt blacker.
Oh, man. God dang. But that's what I'm saying. It's wild.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's all made up, Honcho. So like that's what people need to realize, bro. It's all fucking made up. Just do what's best for you. Try to be a good person.
Right.
That's really all that fucking matters.
Right. Well, I mean, that's really all you can.
Everything else is bullshit. Even the world, Jim Lotus, don't dox me or find out where I live or nothing. But it's flat. The world being flat, that shit don't matter. Whether it's round, flat, egg shaped, I could give a fuck less.
Right.
The shit don't matter. We gonna live here one day and we gonna die the next. So do what you can while you're here. That's the only fucking thing that matters.
So you say everything else is a distraction. Oh, bro, I gotta send you. Have you seen The Original Man? Like it's a nigga. It's a dude, and he went like viral on Instagram. I'm gonna send you a video. This dude looks like every nigga. Like this motherfucker looks like everybody. He looks like.
No, I haven't seen that.
He looks like humankind, nigga.
That's crazy.
This I don't know if anybody in the chat has seen it. This nigga looks like human existence, nigga. Like that.
Nigga look like the whole family tree.
This nigga looks like everybody. This nigga looks like he got this. He is the the missing link. The link after the mix, I don't fucking. This motherfucker looks like everything. But I was like, hold on, this nigga is the original being.
What was the shit on Superman that they sent Superman with I forgot what they called it. It was like the key to their whole race stuff.
Oh, I don't even remember.
I forgot what that shit was called. Like the unique key or something. I forget. But yeah, like I'm gonna have to see that though. I haven't seen what you're talking about.
But I'm never saying it because the shit is funny because he's talking all kind of peaceful stuff and niggas in the comments they ain't even hearing the good shit he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because he's talking some real shit, but they like this nigga look like, you know, and it's just it's all just, because he looks like everybody. The nigga you don't.
Where's he from?
I don't know. I don't even want to do any research to just spoil
the
idea. Yeah, it's a dude, but he's like a.
Okay.
He's like a.
You gotta ask these questions.
He don't even really gotta ask him. So I'm assuming he's kind of maybe American, but he could be, you know, it could be a secondary type deal. But the nigga like is the nigga's like golden, nigga. Like the nigga. I'm convinced.
I don't know why, but Paul.
Yeah, just bro, the nigga's golden, bro. Like if I like the nigga. This is what Jesus looked like. This is this nigga, bro. Like if you believe it, this is what if it was this nigga, bro. Like because
it would be that.
Yeah, bro.
So he bronze.
Bro, no, he is. Yeah, he's bronze. You know, he's bronze, bro. Like he's the nigga's bronzing. You know what I'm saying? Like the baby shoes, nigga. The nigga is like, and the nigga got, you know, because his hair is like it ain't straight like white hair, but it ain't nappy. It's kind of you know what I'm saying? It's got it got a little stiffery going on, and he just, you know what I'm saying? He outside just bronzing in the sun, you know what I'm saying, and just giving life advice.
Nigga got half of his head is combed over, the other half is waist.
Yeah, kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's an interesting kind of little situation going on, you know, a little swoop to loop. But yeah, man, the nigga just giving like advice, and you know, I just look at the motherfucker like, I don't know this nigga from shit, but I believe him. You know what I'm saying? I believe me. This nigga got he's got the source. So he knows where it is. If he ain't got it in his pocket, this nigga know where it is. This nigga's in touch with the people. Like, Because the motherfucker, I'm just like, dog, I hope he ain't real, honestly, because I'm concerned, like, on some real shit. Like, I'd be more satisfied if the nigga was artificial. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, because the nigga just, yeah. What is that? What is that? But yeah, yeah, that shit there is craziness, but like, cause he be giving fucking, he gives really good advice, but it's just you know, it's not, it's the niggas is
better nigga. That nigga got all the ancestors with him.
Yeah, he is the ancestors, nigga. That nigga's like that's what I'm saying. Like, you see this motherfucker, bro, you're gonna be like, man,
that nigga the avatar.
yeah, like, this nigga, if a nigga wasn't Jesus, that nigga was Adam, nigga. Like, that nigga's like, I believe it. I don't know what this nigga got to say, but I believe him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna, I don't need no background checks. I don't need no verification sources, nigga. I believe the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga spirit seem all calm and shit, just demeanor at peace with the existence. And it's yes, love is really within you. If you really knew what you were truly capable of, you wouldn't be stressing the things you would be stressing right now. You would be out, living to your fullest capabilities. I'm like, you know what, this motherfucker right. Yeah, this bronzing nigga, this nigga he got all the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is, bro. And the world is a stage, you ain't lying. Because it is. It's whatever you want to put it on, man, and people will believe it. And the TV definitely helped advance that. But, when they really start getting mainstream with the holograms and the other shit, it's gonna get real interesting. Because, shit is basically right there.
Yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. We ain't seen nothing yet.
I just can't help but feel, though, with everything happening, I feel like we on a fast track to a societal shift by 2030. Yeah, and I don't know if that's for the better or for the worse, but I just feel like by the time 2030 gets here, we're going to be in a whole new world.
I think it's going to be all them movies from the fucking 80s, they're coming to fruition. It's going to be a shift. It's going to be a split in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a split in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be people who move a certain way, and people who agree with the current state of things and the way that it's progressing. You know what I mean? And the people who move a certain way are gonna, I think, just kind of want to chill. They don't want no money, they don't want no. But I think the people who like the way a certain thing are progressing due to fear and other causes are gonna want to try to be, overseers of what the other folks got going on, and painting them as bad guys and things. Them motherfuckers ain't tripping on y'all, man. But it's because their own issues. And I think it's gonna be a very interesting time, son. But I think there's gonna be a split because I think it's just we can't keep going down this route. All right. Would I take $1 million hit from James Harrison? Yes, absolutely. Hold on, what kind of hit? Like what kind of hit though? Like, are you talking about a punch? Or are you talking about like a tackle? Either one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to be confirmed what type of hit we're talking about, just to be on the up and up, right? Because here's the thing, right? To your average nigga, it's gonna be terrible, right? And I'm not saying I'm super above average, but I think it's gonna be real bad for me. It's gonna be bad, my nigga. Like, it's gonna be bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not gonna be a pleasant situation. Like, by no means do I think I'm just like, man, I nigga punch me, I hate this shit. I'm just gonna stand tall like one of them Samoans when they be doing that little rugby challenge shit. Like, I'm not saying that, right? No. I'm just saying,
but I'll get up eventually.
Right. $1 million fucking richer. You know what I'm saying? I might.
That's why I said I'll take 2 of them.
Right. I might need to go
again, nigga. Pause.
Yeah, I might need to go to a physical therapist, right? But I'll profit. You know what I'm saying?
But I have the money for it.
Right. I can afford it. Right. I can afford in home at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the $1 million, nigga. Mm-hmm. It's a football hit full speed, but the catches you have to get right up. Nigga, it was professionals that didn't get right back up with pads on.
Yeah.
What you add? See, nah. You got this nigga. This is just like a nigga. See, this how TD confirm his nigga.
That's out of our control.
Yeah, this nigga TD. This how you know TD a nigga for real. Niggas be adding extra stipulations after the question had already been surpassed. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you take a hit from Harrison? Yeah, I take it. Nah, nigga. What you got to do? You see now you adding extra stipulations that wasn't in the original agreement.
Right back up.
Get right back up, nigga. Professionals play their entire life. Pee-wee, junior high, high school varsity, collegiate, you know what I'm saying? And went pro. Sustained the long-term pro careers. They took hits from James Harrison and didn't get right back up immediately.
Pretty sure he ended some niggas' career.
Right, I'm sure it's multiple. I'm sure it was some that it didn't
like that nigga. That nigga he hit for the Browns.
Oh man. Yeah, like I'm sure it was some. It's some that we don't know he ended. It's some niggas who was just thinking about. Nah, that nigga James still playing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a rap, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see that nigga 2 times, y'all. I don't think I got that in me, man. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't make it wasn't cousin. It wasn't like a physical injury on the thing, but it was a mental. I think I might need to retire. You know what I'm saying? Or he might have had, I don't want to play this nigga. I'm a trial. He trade me. You know what I'm saying? I got to see this nigga. Like, so you never know. Nigga like that'll impact careers in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be, you got to be very cautious about that.
That nigga Travis Kelce said after that nigga hit him, he said that nigga definitely killed somebody before.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Colt McCoy, oh, terrible. That's what I'm saying. All right, okay. Yeah, see, look, you got me. See that? Yeah, you got me way off track. Colt McCoy don't know Anthony Fauci, nigga. What you talking about over there?
He might.
He could. He possibly does. He possibly does. There's no telling in this day and age. Both of them niggas was probably at a Diddy party, but
I mean, the way he sold us out against Alabama is kind of what Fauci did to the American people. So it could be cousins.
We'll talk about that shit.
Right. Still sick about that shit.
I don't even talk about that
that
shit.
Nigga was pussy, man.
That shit.
That nigga got hit one good time. He said, "Yeah, I'm good."
That nigga was out there looking like Stroud. Anyway, so like, I'm cool, but yeah, man, they all survived. Yes, nigga. I'm not saying there won't be injuries. I'm not saying there wouldn't be bruises, possibly. Hopefully, if everything is everything, a speedy recovery within a few days to a week, I'd be satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't complain.
It's okay, because either way, I was never gonna be the same because I'm coming out this shit with $1 million. Nigga.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like again.
I'm accepting all changes that come with this.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? And like I say, you can get you can look. You can pay an in-house. I'll take a tenth of this, and still be $900,000 up. Pay the top whoever physical therapist for in-house service to make sure that I fully recover if it get that bad. You know what I'm saying? On call. I want a button, nigga. Like I'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking a hit. I'm saying, yeah. Look, it don't matter. Even if a nigga is out of there, even if I am concussed, right? When the birds stop circling and the stars stop spinning and everything starts coming together, nigga, where's my check, nigga? Where is the money? Show me the money. Right. When nigga, I'm gonna be looking like who was that? It's fucked up like Savage. Had an arm out. Be stuck out. You know what I'm saying? With hey, the money. Oh, I'm a terrible person. Forgive me. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm glad nobody's in here to watch that.
I'm gonna wake up. Young Miami, spin that shit.
Right. Like, I'm gonna be a different nigga. Yeah. I saw the nigga. Yeah, I took the hit, nigga. I'm still walking, nigga. Still standing, nigga. Everybody can't say that, nigga. And I got some money in my pocket, nigga. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be talking cash money shit, nigga. Yeah, for real. But yeah. Okay. Let's go see T. Look at this nigga TD just disrupting shit. Look at you. Yeah. But ultimately, what you mentioned that you don't have to vote. what other options would you suggest to a person who doesn't feel like voting is getting the response that they desire when it comes to dealing with these politicians and these, we might as well call it the upper level management of the corporation of the United States of America?
You broke up like halfway through, Honcho.
Oh my bad. I was saying that you mentioned about that you don't have to vote, but I said, well, if your vote is what most people feel is their only tool, how else do you deal with what you feel like are injustices from the upper level management of the corporation of the United States of America?
Okay. You don't. You don't. You mind your motherfucking business, and you worry about yourself. And because whatever, like, we don't have, unless everybody is going to get on one accord with each other, and we rise up as the people, then nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change, and that shit is not going to happen. So you might as well mind your motherfucking business, worry about yourself, and worry about the people you love, and hope for the best. That's all you can really fucking do.
Right. Okay. I can't knock that. Do you have any other thoughts on Dr. Fauci or this situation, or even, COVID back then and, the times where we had to deal with and how it changed us?
I think Bell's the one who not Bell. I think Fauci's the one who put Bell on that lavender regimen. She ain't been the same since.
Oh, my God. Terrible. I have no comment. I have no further comment. Okay. That's a BET. All right. Well, that's a bit, Mr. Bell. I do appreciate you calling in, getting the party started, getting the conversation going this evening, and calling in on the line. The mail has been delivered.
Message.
Message. I got to get that on there. That's a bit.
All right.
All right. Shout out to the mailman. Shout out Mr. J Mail. Bro. And it's like I'm not anti none of that stuff, but it's like, man, to me, there's no way I see myself being in a position of leadership and not trying my damnedest, And I just feel like that's what I feel like the leadership we have. Like, I think it's more about the money. People don't really care. Like, and it doesn't matter what side we're on. We can try to find favor in the people we like, but they're all corrupt. And I don't think it's wrong to say that, right? Like, but what do you do as a person to get the best outcome for yourself? Mailman says, hey, you got to focus on your own. You got to go where you're able to go, and not worry about what these other motherfuckers got going on. Ain't none of your business. Mind your business. Just mind your business. Man, what do you mean survive? A hit from James Harrison, right? When you say get right back up, what do you mean? Like, how much time is there to get right back up? You're talking about get hit by James Harrison and just hop right back up, like, here I am, like a motherfucking Jack in the Box, like that. You want? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Like there are people who do things at a high level, and then there's the people who do it at a high level of the high level. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we got calling into the den this evening?
Yeah, it's Lee. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Mr. Lee. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Lee?
I'm okay. I'm a little surprised by, like, that dude falling for possibly a trap. Because if he was supposed to be testifying for Congress, right, and he kept pleading the fifth, isn't that like you plead the fifth so that you don't incriminate yourself, correct?
Right.
So imagine if you did that like 100 times. That's kind of like you was protesting or being honest about the crowd.
Right.
Right, so he might have just like jumped himself into trouble, like, and he like spammed it, beep 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 beep.
Right. Right. Because I mean,
That's retarded.
yeah.
Smart dummy.
Because they was asking him crazy stuff, right? Like about the carpet and the folder
Like,
and
what did you do? What did you do? Like, that ain't crazy. They asked him, what did you do? If he already got a pardon, right?
Right.
He could have played like Keefy D and be like, I'm not going to jail for this anyway. I've got diplomatic immunity. Like the bad guys on that one Lethal Weapon Part 2, remember? We killed all the Africans. We've got diplomatic immunity.
That shit, it made me think
Me
about
and
the
Keefy D
Always
will
Sunny
be on an
version.
island.
That shit, that's funny. That shit made me think about Always Sunny. But yeah, man, it was crazy. Like I said, it's just crazy. But what do you think that did to the average American? Like average American who watches mainstream news and gets their information from mainstream news sources. That's what they've grown up on. That's what they trust, and that's what they believe. Do you think it swayed their opinion at all on Fauci or the era of COVID-19?
There's a bunch of people that crashed out. Like, think about it. Like, think about the people that didn't have any dog in the race that crashed out.
Right.
Like, think about the average D ass person that, like, like short bus, goofy broad, that, like, she'd be like, I want to make a fake protest and like, get myself arrested. Like, them type of chicks and stuff that'd be like, yeah, you didn't do this, so like I want to dox you and make sure that your life's living out. Like them chicks, it's like they ain't even getting paid.
Right, that's crazy.
Like you're not even getting paid, and you was freaking out about if somebody made a choice about something. Like it's hard for them to walk it back. Probably it'd be like the type of people that would say that something didn't happen and you lying about something. And then they don't want to apologize about it. Like, there's a whole bunch of people like that where they'd rather somebody be dead than for them to even apologize, to be suffering embarrassment, but they live like an embarrassment their whole life. Right. Them people probably, ought to be ashamed of themselves and stuff because they were like going along with some crap where they didn't even benefit off of it, which a lot of people bank on. Thank you, because you're the type of person that'll buy my T-shirts or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I need you to buy my flapjacks. You NPC worker bee.
Man,
matter of fact, don't even.
You said something. You said something though. You said something.
Ignorant.
NPC.
I was gonna say something ignorant.
But NPC, right?
Like no. No, I was gonna say, like, no, don't even buy my T-shirt. I want you to make my T-shirt in a sweatshop and fall into a vat, get melted. That's like that person. Right. Like you not part of the game. Like you know what I mean? Like while I'm in this action adventure playing Link, you just get knocked over the rail and this stuff while I'm fighting the Joker. You are nothing.
Oh my God. Like NPC, bro. Like, and I'm glad because it's super fun. Like, one, I'm gonna talk about NPC because one, like, am I the only person that ever like watches movies and you see like the little peon, like action movies, right? And it be like the little peon niggas that really ain't relevant. You ever like wonder what their backstory is? Like, does this nigga have like a wife and kids? And he tell her he clocking into work. Yeah, he just be a nobody though. He just like
he doxing people.
He take like 2 hits and get knocked out the movie.
When you clock them in the game, they probably screw it up. They fumble the ball. They don't know nothing. They don't research. They don't read. They try to have a romance texting with Chat GPT and then wonder why they don't know anything about each other and stuff. Like they believe any dang on goofy thing. You could sell them a dang on ice cube and stuff when they living in like the Arctic and stuff. Like they not clocked in.
Right. Man, I'm surprised
they not clocked in.
Who are just really I mean, it's saddening, really, right? I think COVID showed us the percentage of the population, the NPCs we have, right? Like the people who are willing. One, you had people who were willing with no questions asked, and then you had people who were forced, right? And then you had people who just said, fuck it. Or I feel like he had three groups.
But those are the people that you gotta protect most of the time. And a lot of times they like fighting, kicking, and screaming where they get like help.
Yeah, right. Because they don't know what's best for them. They don't realize in the long run this is your best outcome.
No, they don't.
Right.
Which is dangerous. Because like if you're a lifeguard, they'll drown you. Right. Like, you know, it's like almost like you got to do triage to even think, like, would it be even worthy for me to talk to that person and try to tell them something that'll save their life? Or will they be kicking and screaming and try to demonize me for trying to help them? That's annoying. Like, you got to laugh at it, but low key, you kind of got to just kind of knock them over the railing while you like doing the action because they in the way. Like, they ought to be off the field. Like, a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably why they be have, like, the field, the battlefield. Like, don't have this knucklehead on the field. Like, look, you're not even a water boy. Get off the field. But nowadays, it's like they got everybody needing to play musical chairs. They'll be having, like, the cheerleader or be the coach or some shit. Like, where it's a conflict of interest. They had a water boy being a quarterback. It's like all of the stuff is out of whack.
That's the way to go.
And this ain't even Bobby Boucher water boy. This the wrong water boy. We need Bobby Boucher if we gonna have anybody out there. If we gonna have a DTD on the field, we need him with some heart.
With some high quality H2O.
Yeah. We need somebody with something wrong with their medulla oblongata.
That was the crazy. That Waterboy might have been my favorite Sandler movie. I got to really think about that. That Waterboy might have been my favorite Sandler movie. Sandler had a nice little run. I wasn't a fan of all his movies, but Waterboy, definitely, I was definitely a fan of. Probably that one and Big Daddy, I think.
I like Punch Drunk Love, too.
I never saw that one. Never saw it.
Mr. Deeds was kind of good.
I don't remember seeing that.
But I did have a crush over the writer.
I don't think I saw Mr. Deeds. I know I saw Big Daddy. I don't even know if I've seen Billy Madison.
Was good.
I don't think I've seen Billy Madison. I've seen most of Happy Gilmore.
About Lil Dicky.
I saw that one. I didn't see that one.
Lil Dicky was funny.
Lovely Miss Grace joining us.
They had David Arquette's sister that did it.
Oh man, when it comes to celebrities and who is it, man, I don't even know. Everybody's the same to me. It took me the longest to figure out like Matt Damon, DiCaprio, and who was the other one? It was Matt Damon, DiCaprio,
Ben Affleck.
No, not Affleck. It was another because it was like the movie The Departed helped me like figure it all out. Who all was in there? It wasn't Wahlberg. I knew Wahlberg.
What, Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch?
No, I remember him. It was somebody because it would always be DiCaprio, Damon, and it was somebody else I would always get DiCaprio mixed up with. I can't remember who it is right
Who
now.
the hell could that be?
Was it Brad Pitt? No, it wasn't. Was it Pitt and DiCaprio used to get mixed up? No, because Pitt wasn't in. Who all was in The Departed? I got to remember who all was in The Departed, and it might have been Damon and DiCaprio.
Jack Nicholson.
No, it wasn't. I knew that nigga. Yeah, I knew that nigga. Let's say Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, and Sandler Top 5. Man, I watched Big Daddy a couple of times. I think I want to say in the theater. Waterboy, if you play football, I mean, you ain't have to play football to even enjoy it, but it just if you play football, you was trying to do some Waterboy shit, about to fuck your ass up, trying to be Bobby Boucher. Happy Gilmore was crazy. Like I said, what was Billy Madison? I think I did see Billy Madison when what happened? He got help. It was like the rich kid that got sent back or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But
yeah, he had a bunch of movies.
Yeah, he did have a bunch of movies.
He had a bunch of movies.
What's the one he had with the remote? Click?
Like, yeah, that was funny too.
I don't think I ever watched it.
He was supposed to be in Inglourious Bastards and stuff. Played the bear Jew.
I never saw that one. Yeah, I need to watch that.
Yep. Yeah. He was supposed to be in it.
I think it was. I think it might have been Damon and it. Let me look this up because it's gonna start bothering me.
He's supposed to play the one with the baseball bat. He had the director of Cabin Fever play up instead.
I never saw Click.
And I think he did good in that movie.
Let's see. Exactly.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah, it might have been DiCaprio and Damon that I was mixing up, I guess. I feel like it was somebody. I guess it was. It could have been, because it was between. Yeah, but like I say, it was when it comes to action, man, I don't be knowing nobody. And it's not even like a white or black. I just don't be knowing motherfuckers. Like, I just know the movie, and then I'd be and forgot the movie after I watched. I just remember it was good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably was getting De Niro and Pacino mixed up for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, like I get into movies, I watch them, and I'm entertained, but you got to do some. You got to do some. It has to be something outstanding about your acting for me to really just remember. And I'm not saying that these niggas ain't had like outstanding. As I learned who they were, you know, it became better. But and I remember Leonardo from like Basketball Diaries. But like a nigga like Russell Crowe, when I first watched Gladiator, I know who the fuck Russell Crowe is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that motherfucker gonna say like that. Gladiator was one of the great. Of course, you know Denzel. Denzel is Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got niggas who look similar to him, but his acting is going to stand out. But like the rest of them, like I say, Damon. I'm not saying that Damon's a bad actor. I think he's a decent actor, but I was just getting mixed up.
Yeah, but Ridley Scott is a real good director too, right. And he a good storyboard artist.
And see, that be the thing too, though. I don't. That's a thing with me, and I guess I don't get deep enough into stuff. Like when it comes to entertainment, and this is gonna be one of them dens, y'all. Fuck it, we go off the rails. What we doing the den? We talk about whatever the fuck we want to. This is a goddamn den. I guess I don't give enough credit to like directors. I guess I don't pay enough attention. Like I know, what's his name? Damn, I can't remember his name. It was two I remember, and I can't think of their names right now.
Yeah, but a good director should get some type of credit.
Right.
Like a good director and sometimes a good comic artist, like a good comic artist / writer.
Right.
Because they basically draw out what the scene will look like for the movie, for you to see what you like seeing, for you to get drawn into it. You know what I mean? It's like a art to be a storyboard artist, because that's basically like doing the same thing as like drawing out a comic book before you start shooting the scenes. It's like locking in the shots for the stuff. And really, Scott is a good artist. Like, he can draw too. Yeah. And I guess, like, you know, just, if you think about it, like some of the artists that do that, they'll have like the vision of what they go put together, so like they can have it shot real good.
Right. Like, and yeah, and I guess
I don't know how good Sam Raimi is at that, but he does. Like, he's a real good visual storyteller.
Yeah, and I think it has to help to be a good artist. So that way you can, you know, people can see exactly what it is you're wanting to see versus, you know, trying to explain it, I guess. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. I know that nigga, and I know. Hold on, what's the other nigga? Explosions. What's my boy that blow everything up? Transformers nigga. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Michael Bay.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
Yeah, that's the only two
guys from the 80s.
Yeah, that'd be the only motherfuckers I be knowing. Or when it comes to them, I know I'm finna see a bunch of explosions, or I'm finna get some punk ass plot twist that I somewhat understand, or it's gonna be some far left shit. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I know Shyamalan. I remember
Tony Scott. Ridley Scott's brother was good. R.I.P. to Tony Scott.
What did he direct?
He did True Romance and Top Gun and some other movies, but he had like he had some vampire movie in the 80s that was good, but I haven't got to see it.
Top Gun.
I'm grown. And he had like some he did one movie about like a female that was like a bounty hunter, and it was cool. Like, I used to have it and stuff, but I ended up losing a bunch of my collection and having to re-get my collection back. But that wasn't one of the ones that was top on my list to get. Yeah. But he had one movie called Revenge with Kevin Costner. That was a real good movie. It's about a lady that was dating some cartel type guy, and Kevin Costner saved the guy's life or something and made friends with him. and he ended up falling in love with the guy's wife, and they ended up cutting her face and selling her to like a whorehouse, and he went like on a rampage trying to find her. Yeah. Like that was like a good movie from Tony Scott. Like that might have been like his best film. It's kind of heartbreaking though, but it was a good action movie.
When you think about movies over the decades, like what would you say is the difference between the 90s and now?
More special effects and more like with some of the people like kind of jump the shark and doing weird stuff. Like with his directors that are like removed from reality, and they like kind of like there's some of them that like more negative towards the general audience, which kind of would be akin to like a person like Fauci. Like they look at people like a bug in a jar, and they'll do an interview and they'll say something weird and creepy where they'll be like, yeah, I did Midsummer, and I did what's that other movie he did with the family where he had the kid that looked like they were special needs, and he did something to have the kid get ran into a mailbox or something. Like that director where he said that he was trying to indoctrinate the viewers.
That's crazy.
Like he's messing with the viewers. Yeah. Like if there's people that have a feeling like that, you know, like because you know we in the times of like people having movies where they disturb people, where it's like people that they haven't really suffered, but they like to see other people suffer. So they movies that make, you know, like if you know anything about pain, if you've ever had your bone showing from an injury and stuff, like getting into some action, like you know, like that's visceral.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you think that the overall quality of the movie, given the restraints that you had in the 90s and given, you know, the ability that you have now, do you feel like the quality of the overall movie or movies as a whole have improved since, you know, 2 or 3 decades ago?
No, I think they kind of fell off. Kind of, because like they kept doing too much weird, like gatekeeping, keeping people out of the game and keeping like goofy people in and people that like, you know, like I said, like they got the water boy running, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not David Lynch, like, you know what I mean? Like you're not Michael Mann, you're not Ridley Scott, you're not that, like, you know what I mean? Like you some little weird nepo baby jack off with Fauci type illusions in your stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like so it's like, you know, it's like a bunch of people that think about like how the state is like for interviews for hip hop.
Right.
Like, remember when it used to be Fab Five Freddy?
Right. Yeah.
Fab Five Freddy. Now who is it? No Jumper and like, you know, and people that want to put 6ix9ine on the stage or whatever. Yeah. You know, like, you know, we don't have Salt and Pepper. You about to have Christian Rock, who's been getting investigated for the last 17 months.
Man, you know what? Salt and Pepper like, don't get their credit in the game. Nobody gives Salt and Pepper credit. When we talk about like music and female rap, and I'm not knocking them, but for some reason it seems like they get overlooked. We'll talk about MC Light, we'll talk about Yo-Yo, we'll talk about Latifah, we'll talk about, you know, a variety. Kim, you know, of course, Missy, you know, of course, Mia X, one of my favorites. We'll talk about a lot of. Why do you think Salt and Pepper comes into conversation? Do you think they weren't? What would you like?
Yo-Yo could rap her ass off.
Would you consider them rap? Would you consider them more, maybe kind of crossover R&B? How would you look at Salt? Are they rappers in your opinion?
If you rap so good that you could consider us all crossover R&B, just really think about how good they were of putting songs together. Like really think about that.
Right. Oh. And I don't ignore Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill,
they were kind of consistent, and they could make a song that could be about like trying to promote safe sex, and then they could make a song about what a man, like, you know, flirting with somebody they got a crush on or whatever. Right. Like, so they were more balanced. A lot of those other females were more balanced. They could be sexy and then make a song about something else and do something else and have fun songs and everything else. Like, so I think like it was more intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, by far.
Like a lot of this stuff is a nosedive.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
A lot of the news.
And I think most men would even say that, you know, hearing the females rap in a more subtle, kind of sensual way where it's a little bit of illustration. It's a little bit of, you know, wordplay and things like that. Like all that direct ass sucking and fucking and busting and nothing and all. And then you sound trash. You sound like a ratchet. Like, niggas don't want to hear that shit. Like, I don't know, maybe that worked for the young niggas. Maybe the YNs now, they like that shit. But I think in the music overall back then.
Yeah, but that's sad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you don't know any better, that's like, imagine this, right? If they change the ingredients on foods and you grew up after they said on the box, new and improved flavor, and they just added fructose corn syrup to it and some poisons, you don't know what it used to taste like.
Right.
Like, you don't know what it was like before it had, like, all of the stuff that poisons you in it.
Right.
So you, like, when you get to see something real is still going to be something real.
Right.
You know, so you'd only have to be, like, force-fed some bad stuff and bred on some bad stuff, which is sad because it's like, you know, a generation of people getting force-fed bad stuff and raised on bad stuff, which is the whole point of why some of these people do what they do.
And the thing about it, to go along with
Because
your
you
point,
have people that don't put up any resistance and they mothers don't care and crazy and everything and stuff. Like, and you see like all of these people that are like, they tell on themselves online, posting what they do, and they want to taunt people and everything. And you know what's annoying about that? Like, the annoying thing about the people that are like that is like they'll be acting like it's just black people doing that stuff, and there's a lot of white people that'll be posting all of their crimes online and everything else, and it's like they all on Facebook commenting on different things, you know.
I like getting
like
into,
they all patting themselves on the back.
Yeah, I like getting into the white trash side of the internet. It's much better than the ghetto black side of the internet. Like, and that's what people got to realize too. There's layers of the internet. Like, there's black, you can say black Twitter, black internet, whatever, and then there's like ghetto black internet, right? Because there's a terrible, like, the black internet is hilarious, pure comedy, great memories, you know, stuff. But then there's a ghetto aspect of it where. And that's what gets promoted a lot, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of it, you know, but I've come to find out that this exists as well in white trash. I wouldn't call it white trash Twitter, but there is a ghetto white side of the internet and Hispanic side as well. Like, it's almost, if you just don't know, you wouldn't know. It might be kind of a race specific thing. I guess you got to be in the race to find it easily because you cross over or whatever. But you know, sometimes I stumble around. I watch a lot of shit, and I end up on the other side. I end up in ghetto Mexican Twitter. I end up in ghetto Mexican side of the Instagram or whatever platform. You know what I'm saying? So it's you say you hate the and. When influencers became the new celebrities,
like absurd.
It was. Oh man,
like Chud the Builder is like kind of like part of that, you know. Yeah. Like, he's some weird guy that's confused. They used to have some sister hanging with him and stuff, making him Jeff Rose Vittles, right, and pegging him in the butt, and then like he get mad and crash out, make himself persona non grata in his town, right, and then for some reason that's everybody in the world black's fault, and he got to kill black. Like, that's the weird thing about it, is like how quick they jump to like being mad at everybody. It's like they get mad and get confused and start punching down. So it's always black people's fault, which is annoying because it's like, well, what about the people that made you be like? Have you ever heard of a YouTube channel for Sergeant Willie Pete?
I don't think so. I almost want to say it sounds like something, but I don't want to say so. I don't think I have. Sergeant Willie Pete. What is it about?
But he he an intelligent brother that's on YouTube, and a lot of times
And I may have to
he'll
like,
cover
I might not know his
people
name. I might
being
stumble on it.
confused.
Right.
Like they'll be confused and they'll be angry at everybody else, blaming people that are victimized and like the canary in the coal mine for what they are going through, and instead of them staying on anything focused to make any sense, they'll be wasting time wanting to make us suffer when they not realizing like your elders betrayed you. They
Oh yeah.
were selfish and didn't want you to succeed. So how you being mad at people that are victimized by it? But the one issue that we have is stuff that a bunch of the black people that used to cover stuff who got erased off the internet systematically with them purges. Like they used to would tell you that like they got a plan where they're gonna have a few tokens, have a bunch of money, and they're gonna have white people get mad and be pointing at them tokens like they got paid. So you all need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, talking to all the rest of everybody else black and stuff, even if you get blackballed or sabotaged and stuff. And it'd be like, well, what the hell? You know what I mean? Because think about it. If you have 2 or 3 people doing stuff, that's not just going to irritate black people. That'll be irritating white people that don't have anything either too, but they'll still be pointing at it like, you guys are rich. You guys are billionaires because of Kanye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or because of Jay-Z or something. It's like kind of weird. It's like you give a couple people some money.
Right. The internet
have
did
them
its
be
job, though.
okay.
Like, would you agree? The algorithm, not even the internet, the algorithm did its job, right? Because it's a new wave. Like, and I don't blame the old schools. I kind of like the old school, actual, real racists. You know, because they were caught up in the KKK Ponzi scheme, which I find that super funny. I don't know if y'all seen that the KKK was really like a Ponzi scheme because they had to pay like a bunch of dudes, and that dudes just kind of went higher up the chain to be a part of something. And when you recruited new people in,
There's no classism though.
Yeah,
like the weird thing about it now is like about people not being able to get a house or do anything. Like there's girls that are like that you could look at as being like the white trash stuff, and they like that crap crazy.
Right.
You know, where it's like tragic, where you be looking at them and it's like this person, they abused, they don't have nothing, they scared they're gonna be homeless and everything else.
Right.
And they'll be posting, and it'll be kind of like what you were talking about. But it's like if you look at it, when they be getting angry and they get pulled into different groups, whether they get pulled into new versions or whatever KKK would be and everything, a lot of that's because they feel alienated.
Right, exactly.
Like they feel that they alienated and they're not going to be anything. But the thing that's kind of confusing about it is like they elders might not be as racist as them, and they more racist or whatever, or they not as racist as a normal racist. It's like they bigoted, like they just, you know, like they don't like this and they don't like that, you know, about black people, you know. And a lot of times some of the stuff that they don't like is like stuff that people like Christian Rock and these other females are doing that dangers to the black community in general. And this the thing that they don't understand. They don't look at it like we humans that laugh and talk and joke and watch movies. Like they don't think about it like as us being like Day and Craig, or Craig and Smokey. They more thinking everybody's like O-Dog or something. Right. Or you understand? Right. It's like kind of like they thinking it's all the extreme, and they don't think about like black middle class or black people with any class and stuff. And it kind of like to go to the point where to be.
Because I mean, you know,
how's that our fault if we don't have control of our image?
But
like if our image is being put by no jumper,
but
by
why do we
some
support these things? But this is
Vlad.
But this is what I'm saying though. It's like, and I get you. We don't have a certain level of control. And they'll go find. It's like the news. They'll go find the dumbest nigga they can find to say the craziest shit to try to get those clips, and they do the same thing. But like as a whole,
Yeah, and have somebody else putting their foot in our mouth like we a monolith. That's the thing. That
that's
way that they view us is unfair.
But we don't take that time though. Like, 'cause that's why I always talk about like the Tubi movie thing, right? Like we done all been in the Tubi section, and if you look at, they got like black films and this. If you go look at the black film, because I used to be, and I used to agree with the argument. Oh, they only give us these roles. They only put us in those roles. They only Tubi let anybody and their mama put a movie. They'll let you put your home movies on there if they're long enough, you know. And all of our movies are the same. They're even worse than the way we portray, you know, in some of the other movies. You know what I mean? And we do all of them, and there's hundreds of them, might be thousands. I don't know how far in the search, you know. And it's we put ourselves
but
out
some
there.
of those people probably not really. They probably should be, you know, directing a music video. They probably shouldn't be making a film if they don't have anything to say.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean,
they don't have anything to talk about.
And a lot of them are basically like a feature length rap album. There's a lot of craziness, you know, drugs, fucking strippers, all that crazy shit. But that's what I'm saying.
Well, then do that.
But what I'm saying is just that. But we don't try to. But we don't try to polish our own. And
there might be a rapper that needs them to.
But I'm not saying that we don't, you know, we ain't get a weird end of the stick like in initially. But I think now, even though we have more ability to control our image, we don't. It's a portion of us that understand, and then it's a group of us that don't take anything serious or don't care, and they don't understand. Like right now, how that fucking song is going super crazy, right? It's a terrible song. But
what
you got
song?
that fucking Spin That Cash song, right? And how everybody's going, oh, it's just to this, just to that. But if I wasn't mistaken, didn't the girl mama actually get booked or busted for some shit, the shit she's singing about? But you got motherfuckers out there doing that. It's encouraging. You seeing motherfuckers out there doing more boosting. You know, I'm not saying boosting never died, but it's like we're not saying, hey, or when NDIRE, that's what it was. When NDIRE said, hey, you know, maybe we should kind of support better stuff. Maybe we need to do. They turn and attack Trick Daddy ass, Lupus having ass, end up trying to attack her. Oh, shut the fuck up. We've been making music like this, you know. When we try to do good shit, it's a chick I watch called Maggie the Substitute. I love Maggie the Substitute. Been watching her for a long time. I see a lot more. She's getting a lot more popular lately, but I love Maggie the Substitute. And she is kind of like an etiquette teacher. You know what I'm saying? She just talks about things, you know, how women are these days versus how, you know, things were traditionally, et cetera, et cetera. She went on one of these podcasts with the little crazy unk nigga, right? The little nigga from St. Louis. This nigga cussing her out and talking crazy to her, and the other woman over there. It's like, we don't have no respect for ourselves. Like, it was a point in time, you see a lady, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how hard you thought you was. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of gangster you thought you was. You adjusted yourself in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, you know, straighten up. Hey, you know, if you smoking something, you put it behind your back, whatever. And you treated it as such. You know, niggas do the difference between ladies. So, like, that's a lady. She carries herself as such. Niggas cussing and then the other people, you lying. It's just, we disrespect our own on the public platform. Like, the CIA did a good job. Like, we done took over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, in anything in our community.
Yeah, but that's like a sabotage of what? Like, where the young guys wouldn't know an older father figure or an uncle figure, anybody, you know, like them not having anybody for a role model that's acceptable to them, to where it starts getting like microwave people where you know, it's like that theory that one scientist had, like there was a little rat society that they made, like rat utopia.
Yeah.
I know that might seem real messed up, but I think it was like either on Patrick CC or Turkey Tom, one of them guys with a different YouTube channel, he covered it, but there was this like science experiment where they took some rats and made a perfect environment for them. Yeah. And in a couple of generations, they had soy boys in the little rat environment. Imagine they did that in the 60s, right? And the rats started breaking off into like alpha male societies and all types of other things, and the females started going to certain types of guys. But at a certain point in time with the whole setup, it ended up being like society now. It ended up being like idiocracy, basically, right? And they knew this. They knew this for years and stuff. And the stuff that they were talking about, they set it up different ways, like having literally projects for people to be in and everything. So imagine they do some of this stuff to black people first, and you get like a generation real fast. Like by the time you 15, you have a baby. Then by the time your kid's 15, it has a baby. But they made it so that you wouldn't have a father in the environment. So, you know what I mean? We be the canary in the we saw the effects of that. A bunch of black people that are older now are like, that didn't work, right? So, like, you might have people like us where we'd be like, that's unacceptable. Some of this, like, we rejecting it, right? Trying to be a voice of reason. And there's different voices that want to be a voice of reason. Like, this wasn't working. It's chaos. It's insanity. We won't survive with this. Some people don't want to listen to it if it's coming from our skin tone saying it to a detriment. Because it's like we already suffered it. Like, we saw this. Like, you guys are just now starting to get it, and then they having the nerve to be mad at us. Like, we affected by it. Like, we having to survive. Like, we got people that are like veterans, like non-vets that survived all of it.
PTSD and shit.
And it's like white kids, they getting grown and they like, wait a minute, it's you guys' fault. And it's like, how is this our fault?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not mad at your great granddad or any of them people. You mad at us? Like, come on now.
Yeah, we just getting into the picture. And I get it. That's what I say. Like, even with my own strict thoughts about our own behaviors, like I'd always say, like, if I was a white man, why would I be concerned with what the blacks are doing?
We got NPCs too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, by far.
This is another thing. Let's stay on the bad blacks, right?
Right.
This is something else that white people don't understand. The same people that they post in the videos about that make it a war zone, them the people that we have to protect ourselves from too. They don't understand, like, them same serial killer, crazy little dudes, where they at a point to where they smelling themselves and we can't even approach them and be like, hey, young blood, chill out. Don't do that.
They're more dangerous to us than they
who
are to
the
the
hell
white
you
man.
talking to?
Right. They're more dangerous to us than the white man, though. And that's the crazy thing, because
some of them.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Some of them, they assets, and they know it. Some of them people like where they got guns that don't even make no sense.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, you know damn well his mom didn't have no money to buy that. You know damn well his mom did not have no money for him to buy that.
Right.
How did he get that particularly expensive ass gun? Right. That gun cost too much. His mom didn't give him allowance for that.
Right.
Like, she didn't do that on welfare. What are you talking about? How did 15 of them little kids get that?
Right.
In that hood. And there's always been stories and stuff from up in Chicago where they were like, yeah, there'd be crates of guns get dropped off. Right. And then you know about gun shows and other different stuff, but they don't never connect the dots with that. They'll do an investigation over some stuff and be like, yeah, the little kid, the shorty got a gun. And you know what's crazy? I made a song and talked about this briefly on it. You know?
Yeah.
But
it is crazy. Well,
kids would be getting something that, like, don't make sense, because just like, their mom didn't give them that. Now, every now and then there are the mothers that slide their pistol to the kid, and then the kid shoots somebody up in the restaurant. That happened in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's a couple times.
Like, so that's another part of it and stuff too. Like, why Christiane Rock is getting investigated?
Right.
They saying she killed her dang on baby daddy. And there's video footage of her sitting up there saying it.
The little dude, yeah. I seen that. That's crazy, because he was saying that Blueface, or that he was the real baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Blueface don't trust it. There's videos of him saying, like, nah, man. Like, she's known for setting people up. Yeah. And she talked to him the last time. And then all of a sudden he mysteriously did. She was out there in town when it happened.
Right.
And she did an interview afterwards and stuff, talking crazy. Trapper Ross covered it.
Man, it's a crazy world. That's what I say. Like, the fact
today,
that's a wild
like 5 hours ago.
Oh, just like, here's the thing though. Like, why do you think it's so difficult for society to we'll accept the changes and everything? Men can be women can be men, everything. Like, why is it hard for society to still accept that women can be bad people?
Because they supposed to be comforting. Because they supposed to be motherly. And you want to know something weird? Like, I'm a movie buff. Like, I'm a writer. Right. So I love looking at behind the scenes on old movies. Like, Martin Scorsese put out a movie called Boxcar Bertha. Right. like in the 60s or 70s, right? And a female wrote that movie. And like I found a interview with the female writer of that film, right? And she said that she wanted to do like a punch-up draft of the script. So Martin Scorsese had told her to go find out some more vignettes, like, you know, some more little story elements about female criminals.
Right.
So she went and reached out to somebody in law enforcement, asking them about different time frames of female criminals if she could get some little stories about some. And the guy told her that, and this is a cop, he told her that they kind of turned down how bad it is with females involved with criminal activity to a detriment.
Right.
Like they censor a lot of it. And I think it's because it would be emotionally disturbing and disheartening for people to be realizing how many women are involved with the seedier part of things, like how many women run brothels, how many women backdoor people since, like, you know, since the 30s or whatever, like how many women are involved with trafficking and sell out other women and hurt other people.
Right.
But that also, it's like kind of like, remember how we talked about Grimm's fairy tales?
Right.
Like Jack and Jill or whatever, you know?
Right.
Or Hansel and Gretel, right? Hansel and Gretel, they meet a witch and a woman is trying to cook them, right? She's trying to be a cannibal and whatnot. If you don't know about that, you at a disadvantage. So if they lying to you about women's involvement in a crime, like think about poor Fulio. When Fulio gets invited out and there's all of these different girls and the girls inviting him to a show, he's doing it for free, but something fishy about it because all of the females dropping his location. One female makes him get kicked out of the Airbnb, but when the 5 guys get caught for shooting him up, they only arrest one female, but there will possibly like at least 4 other females involved with that probably should have been like in court.
Right.
If it was some dudes, they would have been in court over that crap, right?
Yeah.
So like some of that, when it comes to us, we don't get that treatment. And then also, too, with the informant side of it, like if they the assets that people want to have doing stuff, you know what I mean? Like Fauci, they might have wanted him to be doing what he's doing. That's why he got a pardon early. He got a pardon before he was even in trouble.
Right. How many female assets do you think
like
about?
You're doing the alley-oop.
Think about that. Niggas don't think about females being assets. They always worried about a nigga snitching or something, but female be the first one ready to
and plus,
piss
the
off. She be ready
beauty.
to turn your ass. Yeah.
Think about the beauty. Like the girl, she cute, she attractive. She'll tell you she's gonna do bad things, and you want to believe. I want to believe in her.
Yeah.
She's so beautiful.
No, that'll get you. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But
she'll change for me.
But that's my point too. And it's like it's not even about women are terrible people, but it's just about if that information helps one person have a little bit better discernment and it saves them, right? Then why are we not being honest about everything and everybody? You know what I mean? That's my whole thing. I think everything should be treated fairly. Just like men are always cheaters. Men are always this. I just seen the stud in the WNBA. She cheating with teammates and 2 or 3 other ones, and you know, you see them having when what's her name got married, they having domestic violence issues. She's still in the league, right? Like, if that was a dude, it'd be an issue. I don't even know if y'all saw really right now, and I should have talked about that. It was that Angel Reese and the Paige, what's her name? Right now they should be suspended, right? Right now they should both be suspended because they made a wager on a professional game that they were both playing in. They bet $400 before the game, right? Like, that's illegal in every aspect of like, that shit got, what's his name, kicked out. What was it, Pete Rose kicked out the league.
Pete Rose.
Got old buddy, who was that, Ridley, I think?
Yeah.
Was it Ridley got a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, it really, you know. and the league posted on the damn main page. Like, come on. This is what I'm saying. Like, It's just it, and that's all it is.
When Pete Rose got in trouble, like I found his baseball card. Somebody took his baseball card, threw it out in the rain and whatnot.
Damn, that's bad. But that's what I'm saying. Like
his baseball card was worth money. They're like, they worth nothing now. They just threw it out in the rain.
Right.
I found it in somebody's backyard with like some G.I. Joe comics and stuff.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's just crazy.
I was surprised.
It's
like, damn.
We're not tripping because you want equality, and I believe women should be treated equal. But equal doesn't only mean equally good. You know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna be equal, we should all be suffering fair consequences, right? Like, if we're gonna get all fair treatment, we should get fair consequences. Otherwise, you know, we got to have a real conversation here. But yeah, like it's crazy. I just saw a chick with she stabbed her boyfriend in the heart. He was going off to college. I think he had a scholarship, as a matter of fact, to play ball or something. And
what about
like her
did
girlfriend
you see
or something?
the 18-year-old girl? And she shot like some dude. He was going to a basketball game. He wanted to go see the Cavaliers, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
And she came up and she was stealing cars, and she shot him in the back.
That's crazy.
And it got recorded everywhere she went. Right. The dude ended up being a cop. He's a black cop. Right. He was going to a basketball game, and some little girl shot him. That was stealing cars.
Right. But the little girls are even crazier these days.
Robbing pizza places.
I seen a little 11 and 12-year-old girl. They was trying to break into a damn Tesla. But, you know, the Tesla going to record everything. And so they got caught up. Supposed to be during school hour. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the crazy thing. And then when you talk about it, it's not to hate. And I think most men are seeing it. The women are engaging in more masculine behaviors, right?
No, we just didn't know that they were. Like, I'm aware of it, but some of the stuff I know that's hair raising, like, everybody might not be prepared to know about it. They might not want to know.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's imperative for you to know, for you to be safe, and for other people to be safe, because it's extra.
Right.
And they'll be up in your face. But but they cute. Like, you'd be surprised how many cute people got ill intentions for other women, other men, other people's children. Like, there's a lot of them. It's rampant. But like, that's part of the problem. Like, those people have blackmail on them for where they could be in place to do stuff. Like, remember I told you about the type of woman that'll hang up when people calling up and they're like, I need help. I'm at the gas station and stuff in Houston, and there's some bad things going on. And the girl's like, her black ass hang up on you.
Right, that's crazy.
You know, there's like, you want the manager? I'm the manager. And she hang up on you. Like, you know, there's people dying left and right because of stuff like that. And like, you know, and then there's the girls that are just blatantly like, her little ass is running around on probation, and she's robbing cars for a week and robbing pizza places, and she got a revolver, and she goes up somewhere, and instead of her just taking the car keys, she shoot the guy in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's stuff like that. You know, but if you don't know, you know, then you end up having like different little chicks, like the little cute chick that'd be like, she'd kill her baby daddy. Oh, you gonna expose me while I'm trying to be on the internet, trying to fake like somebody else is my dang on kid's father? You gotta go. I'm coming back home for a week. That type crap, like, you know.
Man.
Like, there's a bunch of it, like, you know, nightmarish crap going on, but they pretty.
Right. It is, but it worked. It worked for some niggas, because remember that light-skinned nigga with the light eyes a couple of years back? They made that nigga like a model and shit. It was a little while. I forgot what he was in there doing. He was in there for some crazy shit too. Probably was beating up hoes by the dozens. But yeah, the hoes was going crazy for that nigga. But I see it all the time. They have whole pages dedicated to like bitches who are in jail, about to get out soon, who look good, and they, you know, needing pen pals and doing all that. It's wild. It's wild. It's crazy shit, right? Like, we live in a crazy
setting
world.
up for a fall.
Right, like in a crazy.
Setting up for a fall.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But at a certain point, you deserve it. Like, if the looks are all it takes, knowing what we all know today, see, at that point, you kind of deserve it, because there's certain people, I think, who feel a certain way, and you know, they get a chance with someone like that, not realizing this person has no good intention for you, but you just so happy because, you know, the broad look good and she fucking with you for that moment. You're not, you know, can't believe your luck or whatever you got going on. And next thing you know, your pockets getting empty, your house getting empty, your car gone, you know, you're just in a bad situation. But, you know, it is what it is. Say the prettiest people do the ugliest things. Yes, I agree. And pretty privilege, yes, absolutely. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, attractive people get benefits in this world. It just is what it is. So I don't fault anybody for trying to be as attractive as they can be, right? It's just when you're selling yourself a dream on that shit, or when you know you're lying and you putting artificial shit on and you trying to, you know it's artificial, but you're trying to have an authentic attitude about it. That's when I that's when I have issues with, you know. But it is what it is.
There's some like pretty females that get brothers killed all of the time. Like, what if I told you one time I could have fell for a trap because before I moved, they had sent one lady that had ended up getting arrested with like 12 other females. They had sent her to move into my apartment building, and the girl came at me like a homing missile and stuff. It was kind of crazy.
Right.
But the thing was, she was like retarded, and that wasn't my type. Like, I don't hang around with chicks that be doing retarded crap. So, like, she didn't pass the smell test with me just because of how goofy she was.
Yeah, right.
And real early, she tried to abort the mission for what she was trying to do. But, like, she was famous. She was in the news for getting a brother shot in the face while she did a credit card scheme up at Target. And she was a big booty white chick. And, like, the crazy thing about her was I saw her La Femme Nikita picture. Like, she had La Femme Nikita pictures, like, straight up. Like, you know how, like, they got a wig on and she, like, a whole different look.
Yeah,
and it looked weird, like it's a dossier or some crap. Like, I saw her mug shot where she was impersonating a chick that looked like her, where it was uncanny. And then she had Farrah Fawcett hair in a picture that looked like a Polaroid. And it's like, wait a minute, you was a whole different type of sexy in the 70s? Like, oh, damn. You just one of them, like, a white version of Black Don't Crack.
Man.
So now, like, you older and you got hips on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's aged up, but she got a big butt. So it's like now she, like, can market herself to a different type of individual.
Right.
Like, she used to look one way, and then she look another way. Like, for real, that was, like, the weirdest thing that I ever saw. And then I found out it wasn't even just her. They had like 3 or 4 of them come around. And like they all started backstabbing each other and stuff. It was kind of crazy. I had to take some of them to the hospital and everything.
Oh, yeah, you count on ladies to do that.
Some of them poisoned each other.
You leave ladies around each other
like,
too
how
long,
you think I know?
Okay,
like, the chick she was coming around for me to date her. It was crazy. I almost could have fell for it. I could have fell for it. I could have fell for that crap.
Hey, man.
And I would have been dead.
It's how the best of men have fallen. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, man, because let's be honest. We got to give each other more credit. For restraint, right? Because women are amazing creatures. Look. They in all shapes, sizes, whatever your preference may be, whichever you like, they're amazing creatures. You can't help but appreciate, especially when one fits your personal preference perfectly. That PPP, that personal preference perfectly. But you get that type. You can't help it, right? And so when you see something, and I think there's a general consensus on what men find attractive. There's a little deviations here and there, but, and you get that opportunity, something gets sent at you like, hey, it can be easy. It can be easy. I agree, sophisticated. It can be easy to fall for the okie doke, right? It takes it takes strength, right? It takes refinement. You know what I mean? Especially when shit can almost fall in your lap. You got to be careful. Because many a great man.
Which is some bull crap, because that's a fluke. It's a fluke for whatever the hell it is to make you be like, nah, I ain't messing with you. Like me not wanting to mess with that woman was a fluke.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that was a trap.
Right.
That was a trap. It was set up to be a trap. Like that was a fluke, me not falling for whatever the heck she was trying to do.
Right.
And then when I found out about it, it just opened up a big corridor. And mind you, I said they were poisoning each other.
Right. Man.
Okay? So I want you to think about this on a smaller scale. If a big booty white girl that gets brothers shot in the face at Target, right? And she gets in trouble and she don't want to go to jail. If she'll sit up and poison somebody and poison a neighbor and get her boyfriend bumped off, right? What do you think a Fauci would do for whatever his reasoning is or however much he got paid? For him to have Jessica Biel say, "You're awesome, dude.
Man.
You're cool." And he cheesing.
Man.
Like, was it Jessica Biel? I don't even know which actress it was that was like bigging him up.
They was all singing this phrase. Listen to Fauci, otherwise you're un-American. They was all like, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of that was a wild time, just as a whole. You know what I mean? Would you say that life now, and I'm not just saying what we know and what has actually changed, just the feeling of existence. Does life feel different now than it did prior to the COVID era?
Yeah, it's a bigger disappointment. It's a bigger disappointment because a lot of people were thinking that they were going to benefit off of other people dying. They really did. And like, there's different reasons why it doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of people, because there's tiers to the involvement. There's the people that are just the dumbbells that are like the NPCs, are just like, you know, they customers. Right. You're a customer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they the person that buy everything and don't think. Like, so they just the customers, and they in the way, and they'll get confused. So, like, that's like the majority of people, but some of them could get swayed to be on one side conveniently. Then you have the different people that are vying for positions, and they malicious. So in their opinion, if I can get ahead, I want to be Stefan from the Django, and all the rest of y'all could die. Like those people.
Like this nigga on
you know,
bag.
Like they cool. Calvin Candy, just break me off with more mashed potatoes than the other people get, and they good with everybody else getting kicked in their ass. Like they not even getting. You got an extra scoop of mashed potatoes. Seriously? But they get off on seeing some degradation. There's some people like, you know, I get to punch you in the face too. Like yeah, like you know,
Temporary,
like that type person. He gonna watch you get poisoned, your skin fall out. He hoping something bad gonna happen. Ooh, y'all gonna let it out, and when it let it out, it gonna make the meat fall off the bone. Yeah, okay. Like that person, like that deranged individual. Right. That's part of why the heck you start losing your faith in humanity. But like, imagine if low key, like I already caught fools with their hand in the cookie jar when I was seeing the broad with the damn La Femme Nikita pictures. When I was seeing that, they was sitting up there like, we'll give you a record deal and you could do this, but all our cousins gotta die. And like, they wanted legit, like they showed me dossiers of the people they wanted to get rid of. And I was like, you guys are retarded. Like, don't do that. You know, they owe me money. I gave them good advisement. I was like, don't kill those knuckleheads. Instead, do this. You got the people paid off here. Take them outside of the jurisdiction of that dumbass sheriff that you got paid off, because you haven't everybody protect them to a detriment when y'all sick of them and you want to develop the land. Move them outside of the jurisdiction. It's like, and I tried to make an allusion to them, like to something that I don't know if they were too old to get it or too cynical to get it, but I was like, have you ever heard of a Batman gambit on TV tropes? It's like, there's an episode of one of the Batman shows where he's tied up and all of the bad guys are doing stupid stuff around him. Right. And he doesn't have to be untied to beat them because they do the crap that they do. Like some of them start messing with the other ones, wanting to fight.
Right.
One of them is trying to tear everything apart and do some crazy crap. They can't keep it together. They can't help but do what they do. So one of the females is like low key. She acting like she want to kill him, but she want to make out and everything. Like he's okay, even tied up, right. Like with his hands, both his hands tied behind his back. He's fine because they're all retarded.
Right.
So he ends up free, and they end up all like screwed up. Like, you know what I mean? They can't help but do what they do. Right. I'm telling them this. I'm like, if you put them outside of the jurisdiction, they're going to behave the same way. But if they're in a place where they can get arrested, they're going to get arrested. Like, you won't have to worry about them. And everybody can have plausible deniability because they're going to act a fool. It don't matter what they say about everybody over here once they out of over here. Do you know these idiots, instead of paying me, they tried to kill me and almost killed like 5 other people with poison. And you think about that. Like now I know stuff about detox and stuff. Like I know different ways to do different stuff now to get stuff out of the system, or even if they have certain airborne crap and everything else, it's because of me dealing with them boneheads. They owe me money to this day, right? They'll call people in other places all the way to out in Texas, having people doing all types of, but don't tell them the whole story. Don't tell them like, oh, well, you know, low key, he did help us out and he saved people out there. And then he went and did security and saved people up at the Slipknot and Korn concert. They don't tell people that. They just tell people the stupid part about it. Right. They just tell them like, I don't even know what they be telling them. They got to be telling them some racist crap. It's got to be something petty. Right. Like where somebody feeling like they validated, well, I got to hurt him. Like, well, what you want to hurt me for, though? You know? Well, I want to hurt somebody next to him. Like, well, what's that all about? There's got to be, like, just like, you know, like that movie, the Jesse James and the Coward Jess Fort or whatever the heck, the dude that tried to kill him or whatever, where it's like one person couldn't do it, another person want to do it, so somebody else trying to do it. That type of crap. Like, something like that. There's got to be some stuff like that, but they don't be telling them like, well, he picked up the other hitmen and he took 3 of them to the hospital when they got backstabbed and we poisoned our own hitmen. They don't tell people that part. Imagine me having to take 2 ways of they hitmen to the hospital.
That's a wild situation. That's a crazy deal. But here's the deal, Mr. I'm gonna have to pause you because we have to get ready to wrap. I don't know. I think I injured myself somehow. But we have to call it a wrap. We have to remember that story because I need to figure out how do you poison your own people? Because I'm curious about that. Like how do you fumble that bad that you're a detriment to the people?
Calling the replacement killers and stuff, like calling other people to do stuff and having a female get involved, the big booty girl and all of them. Like they had extra people doing crap in the apartment building. It was ridiculous. Around on the holiday too, on Christmas. It's kind of crazy. Oh yeah. Also too, remember when I was telling you that story the other day, and I kind of censored the girl's name. Right. Like the girl who Marilyn Manson used to open for. Her name's Xanthia. Like I had talked to her earlier today, and she said that she wanted me to say her name. Hi, Xanthia, you gorgeous. Like, but for real, she be having art shows and stuff out in Florida and whatnot. But she's very talented. She like makes videos and other different things like that. But she's the one that was part of a band. Like they had a weird name for the band. And I don't know how much she wanted me to even say. Like I think they would call like the Blind Sea Serpents or something like that. She gonna probably get mad at me for not remembering what the name of the band. But the band was like awesome. They had different shows where like they put on like a big production, almost like a circus and whatnot. But like their music didn't survive for one reason or another. Yeah. Like, so there's like a few videos of it on YouTube and stuff, but back in the day, Marilyn Manson used to be part of, like, if it'd be a presentation, like, you know, he'd be coming there opening, one of the acts opening for her band and stuff, you know?
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
she's still doing it. She's still making music.
We'll have to check that out, though. You said Xanthia, and you said we'll have to Google. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you put in something like the blind serpents or something like that. Something should come up similar. So we'll have to check that out.
No, but she don't do that anymore and stuff. Like she like able to sculpt and everything and stuff. Like she could make like puppets and hats and all types of different stuff. And she's a good painter and everything.
Artistic.
She direct videos and all types of stuff. She multi-talented. Like, but there's a reason why I wanted to work with her. Like, I think she's really good. She's a good designer too.
We'll have to check out some of her work or something like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm have to get ready to wrap it up. But like I said, I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the call this evening, Mr. Lee, as always.
Yeah, it's a real good show and stuff too. Like you do pick some good topics and whatnot.
I appreciate that.
And you keep it fun.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Even if it's like a dark subject and stuff, but like, come on, there's no way we could be talking about this insanity and not be laughing about it because this is just too dark.
Right. Because I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, you got to just accept it, man. Like, I don't say you have to just accept it because, like the mailman said earlier, you know, hey, just deviate from the system. You know, don't participate. But you know, most people don't think like that. They're afraid of what happens if they go solo, or if there's not realizing that there are many people like them. But yeah, you can't help but laugh.
You don't even have to go solo. It's just every time that somebody asks you to do stuff, you got to think about, you got the option. Even if you like a Luciferian or Satanist or whatever, do what thou wilt mean do what thou wilt. You could be the joking, like somebody tell you to do something like, I didn't do it. I'm bad, dummy. Like, you know, they ask you to kill somebody, you know, don't do it. Like, if you got the option to be like, dude, I'm going to go to jail. That's dumb. Like, dude, I didn't do it because I'm Harley Quinn. You know, come on, bad guy chick, be a bad guy. Be a contrarian for your own life. And then, because sometimes when you do dumb stuff too good, they end up calling dudes like me that could spank you, and they like sitting up there like 200 of them, and there's a dive here. They gotta go. And I'm like trying to tell them, hey, dude, I'm this my advice. Don't kill all of them. That's mass murder, knucklehead. You know, like thankfully I'm like calm-headed.
You gotta be reasonable, man. Definitely gotta be reasonable.
Yeah.
All right.
But imagine if more people is as reasonable as us, but look at all of them. Like, we got a monolith of stupid. It's literally turned into idiocracy and shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, come on.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. It's about time for idiocracy too
idiots?
at this point. They need to go ahead and make a sequel at this point because I think we already passed the first one. So we definitely need to make it number 2. But yeah, but like I said, let me let you go, Mr. Lee. Like I said, I got to wrap it up and call it an evening, but I appreciate chopping it up with you tonight, sir.
Yeah, me too, man. Great show.
All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, stay up. 100.
And shout out to Xanthia and the art and the sculptor. Shout out from my boy Lee. Ready? So we're getting ready to wrap it up. I don't know what I done. I feel like I done pulled something in my shit. It's feeling dang. I might have to start doing the stream sitting down again. That's my goal, is to try to stop fucking to not be sitting down so much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of time. Right, or at least try to fluctuate and, you know, sit up, sit down, move around. I did have like a little balance. That's probably, you know what? That's probably what fucking did it. But that was days ago. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't feel good at all. So, we're ready to wrap it up. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll see. We'll see if we're gonna do a regular topic, or I don't know if it's gonna be a talking dirty after dark type topic, or what. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna be rocking tomorrow. We'll probably rock Saturday. Because there's some things, like I said, it's a conversation I want to have on Supernatural Saturday that I've been thinking about things and the way the world has been going, and I feel like Mailman is a terrible person. And the way the world's been going, and I feel like I feel like my eyes are open to things that I did not understand before, right? And I think that I have a premise that I want to share, and want to determine, how people feel about this premise. So we'll see. We'll see on Saturday about that, because and I don't think it's too far fetched. Like I don't think people will be too far fetched, but I think just kind of I've added a layer to something, and we'll just see if it makes sense if I'm just tripping. But with that being said, shout out to the lovely Miss Cake Race. I thank each and every one of you guys for watching this evening. I thank you for being here. As always, it is my honor, my privilege, but more than anything, it is truly my pleasure to get to chop it up with y'all each and every evening, except for the mailman. He's a terrible person. That nigga open your Social Security checks before you get them. You know what I'm saying? He tell his partners with mailboxes they be in, he be leaving them open. And so that's the kind of mailman he is. But with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I do. I thank y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. We're gonna be rocking tomorrow. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you. Probably hop in the Discord for a little bit this evening. So if y'all want to chop it up in the Discord, what's the saying? Beat me there, don't meet me there. So I'll be in there for a little bit. That's about it. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Yeah, look, you gotta watch the mailman. Cause the mailman watching the mail, man. Yeah, you guys got to be careful. Yeah, I gotta check on these dogs. See how you doing. But I'm out. Until mañana.